How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Dota players around the world. We're back with some more DGL action for you on this pleasant Sunday evening. It is going to be Pulse Gaming versus Flipside Tactics. Some interesting Dota are going to be happening this evening. Both teams have got 2 losses to their names and both 1 win. So it's going to be rather interesting so far. Pretty even in terms of going into the series and what we're going to see in the divisions. So with further ado, I am Jubba. I'm joined by the lovely Succubus. And we look pretty intense to this game and look forward to what these guys bring to the forefront here.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for these 2 games. I mean, both teams losing to the big dragon, well, the new big dragon, the WRG dragon. And well, I think Pulse took 2-1 loss to XTC, and Flipside took a 2-1 loss to Energy. But Flipside winning 2-0 to DC and Pulse winning 2-0 to Veneration. So I think this is going to be a relatively even game. Both teams, on pretty even standing here. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see who actually triumphs here. But it's all going to come down to the drafts and the play style.
Yeah, well,
looking at the draft, it's looking pretty nasty at the moment.
Both teams, they know exactly what they're doing. They're not even wasting any time. They know exactly what they want to do here.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the lone druid, I mean, he did get his range got nerfed quite a bit, but not enough to completely make him useless. He's still a very effective push and an amazing carry. They do have the life stealer, however, to deal with him, and they could, drop the sniper who can just right-click lone druid and completely ignore his bear from the sidelines. We do have the ogre magi though, and that does combat up with lone druid's attack speed. It's not going to be fun to deal with, and of course ogre, nice tanky support. But we do have the deadly Slardar life stealer combo, the wombo combo. To this day, I don't think in this last 4 Masters rounds I've seen that combo lose. Life stealer and Slardar. The vessel between those 2. They've become a very successful combo together, and we normally see one or the other banned out.
Well, the Pulse this time around managing to get their hands on Slardar. Generally, it's had some epic stats in this division. Slardar, you want to get your hands on him. He just does so much work. Played in that 4th position, just gets so much done. And with that life stealer bomb, I mean, he just does so much. Only thing I'm a little bit worried about here for the side of Pulse is how do they get onto the lone druid? Yes, he's received a little bit of a nerf. I mean, his range has been reduced and all that yummy stuff. But still, I mean, how do they get onto the lone druid? Now with that Centaur Warrunner being coupled into this pot of stew that Flipside has actually put together here, this pot of stew. I mean, how can they actually now engage onto this LD? I mean, they got a good engage with the Centaur. They got a good disengage with the Centaur. Yeah. Look, Pulse has now picked themselves up a Vengeful Spirit. Probably going to be in the support position. We've seen other teams actually pick the VS up as a core, well, specifically APG, the only team that's actually successfully run a Vengeful Spirit as a core. But I mean, they've got a little bit of control in terms of the Vengeful. But so far, Flipside Tactics seem to be doing really well in terms of the draft.
No, they really are. They've now picked up the Disruptor, who's perfect at kiting that lifestealer around. I mean, the Glimpse, the Kinetic Field, and now with these, I think it's level 15 or level 20. I can't even remember. I play this hero way too much, and I still don't remember what level it is. But I do know that he's got that option to go for that lovely 3-second cooldown on Kinetic Field, so he can kite that lifestealer around pretty nicely. And obviously, he could Glimpse back the Slardar as well. But I think that's where the Blink Slardar comes in to get onto that lone druid, but then obviously you've got that disruptor, but the Centaur Warrunner is another beast of his own. I mean, that return damage coupled with a blade mail is really going to hurt them, and the fact that they've got 3 very tanky heroes also helps them out quite a bit on the side of Flipside tactics. But Lifestealer normally does well against those tanky lineups, so we'll have to see how this works, but I'm worried for this Lifestealer. They've got some nice kiting heroes here in the form of the disruptor, but yeah, if the Venge gets a nice little swap onto him and he gets quickly blown up, if they deal with him first, then of course there's Disruptor gone out of the game. But yeah, for me, this is a very good pickup against this draft, this Disruptor.
Well,
but SF. Are we going to see a Clockwork?
Well, maybe we will. Look, I mean, Pulse, they're looking for, I believe, their offlaner. They're going to probably play Slardar in the position 4, Vengeful in position 5. They're looking for their offlaner Pulse, so we'll see what they actually jump onto. But it is Flipside tactics to actually get their 5th and final ban out, and they actually ban out that clock that you called. So I guess no, we're not going to see the clock.
Confirmed, Flipside.
so no clock. So no clock for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we say Clockwork is because we've been noticing that we get the first level of Necromancery onto your Shadow Fiend and you level up Cogs, and they just deny Clockwork's Cogs basically to get that extra right-click damage for the Shadow Fiend. So it's been working out pretty well for the SF mids. So that's why I was thinking about the Clockwork.
Well, I mean, even if you look at the Red Giant's avatar, I mean, that's a Clockwork avatar right there. I mean, that is perfect for him.
And the Red Giant comes in the form of Mr. Rage Boss himself.
The Red Giant.
It's actually quite a clever name for him. He's quite tall and he's a ginger, the Red Giant.
All right, well, let's go through the band. Well, let's at least name the bands. I feel like we've neglected the champions or the heroes that have actually been put on the bench. It's going to be the Invoker, Silencer, Dazzle, Tinker, and Jagger for the side of Pulse. They've banned those heroes out. And F3 has actually banned out the Underlord, the Weaver, the Axe, Darkseer, and that Clockwork that you spoke earlier about. But now Pulse, they actually picked up the Witch Doctor. So now this kind of throws a span in the works in terms of how the lane is going to actually run now. So is this going to be a proper off-lane Slardar?
You know what it could be? I can foresee it. I think it's probably going to be an offlane Slardar, maybe the tri-lane with the Venge and the Witch Doctor and the Lifestealer. Also, it could be two really good roaming sports. I mean, they both have stuns. Maledict's pretty useful. You know, it's quite nice. So I see the Witch Doctor and Venge, or at least a Venge, rotating quite a bit, maybe ganking, securing SF mid because he's easily ganked. Shadow Fiend is not that tanky, but I must say, banning out the Tinker, Silencer, that's something you really don't want to deal with. I mean, Silencer, if I had to go any captain's mode, I would ban that hero out first. It's just so cancerous to deal with. But Tinker, purely I think because of Muzzy. Muzzy likes to play his Tinker, and he's fairly good at it. So yeah, it's not something they really want to deal with. It can also, you know, the rearm sheepstick is pretty annoying to deal with. And Lifesteal will never get to rage, essentially. But the Witch Doctor pickup, I am really loving. I mean, it's really good against Lone Druid. You just need to get in between him and his bear, and he's permanently stunned, maledict on both, and just, you know, how do you say it? Oh, look at it go.
Oh, man, look at it go. Look at it go.
You do it way better than I do. I'm not good with accents.
Actually, neither am I, but I mean, you just put on a Jamaican. You just pretend you're drinking a bottle of rum.
Bottle of rum, yeah. But honestly, I think the Witch Doctor pickup makes a lot of sense, yeah. And to be honest, Pulse has a lot of lockdown. I mean, we got a stun from Slardar. We got, you know, those lovely little bashes that he offers to his name. Then you've obviously got the swap and the stun from the Venge, and now the coconuts. But they're going to answer it with a Necro, and Necro can take care of that Lifestealer pretty nicely. I mean, get him to a certain amount of HP, and that ulti will just rip him a new one. And with the Aghanim Scepter upgrade for him now, it's like it's never on cooldown. Like it feels
30
like
seconds.
Necro. Yeah, it feels like Necro
ridiculous.
ulti is always up. Yes, you can still buy it back. It doesn't have that long cooldown on your respawn time, but still, Necro ulti being up every 30 seconds is pretty retarded. So, yeah, I'm liking this pickup. We'll just have to see if it works out for them, because he is pretty easy to kill as well, and his W is not going to really help him out because they do have a lot of magical damage on the side of Pulse Gaming. So we'll have to see.
Right, it looks like the players are busy collecting up the heroes that they're going to be playing. We're in strategy time at the moment. We're going to see if that Necrophos was the right pickup to actually deal with the lineup that Pulse has. When the game starts out, I want you to tell me which strat do you believe, or who actually won the draft here, Pulse or Flipside?
For me, there's elements on both sides. I think it's going to come down to rotations and players. Look, I really like the draft of Pulse. It's pretty versatile. It's got nice nuke. It's got nice control, nice kiting. It's got a lot of lockdown as well. Plus, they've got an amazing split pusher in the form of the Lone Druid, and he can get pretty nasty. But I think if this gets extreme, like to the extreme late game here, I think Flipside takes it. They've got the Venge who can transition into more of a carry role. We've also got the Lifestealer and the Shadow Fiend, and as well as the Slaughter that can get pretty nasty as well, which Doctor scales extremely well late game. But on the other side of the coin, we've got a Disruptor that it scales very well late game. We have a Necro that, we've all played Necro and just completely ripped a new one, ripped the team a new one. So for me, I think it's going to come down to rotations and plays. But one thing that Flipside does have, and they all have these tanky, like self-sustaining heroes. I think the Witch Doctor's positioning is going to have to be key, and so is the Disruptors. It's going to be hard to say here. I really think they've got both. They both got very good drafts here. I'm just going to have to see what works out better for them. But I do feel like they have better push with the Lone Druid. But then again, SF can creep clear pretty fast as well. So it's just, yeah.
Alrighty.
It's a hard one. It really is a hard one here. These drafts are pretty good. I
Alrighty.
like them both.
Alrighty, okay. Well, you heard it there from Succubus first. So, welcome to game number 1 of F3 Tactics versus Pulse Gaming. Do join us on the stream if you wish to hear a casted version of this game. Otherwise, you're just going to be seeing the camera movement. So, do join us on stream if you want to. I will share the link with you guys pretty shortly, and then you can join us there. But otherwise,
no Chelsea to beat you this time.
no. So let's just go around and do the introductions here for the teams. On the side of the Radiant, we've got F3 gonna be sitting here on the green side, on the goodie side. We got Sticklish gonna be playing on our Disruptor. We've got Milky gonna be playing our Ogre Magi. I know their names are not correct, so do forgive me, because players persist on actually just like trolling us poor casters.
Well,
so
the Center Warner is that Panda 737. Life, I believe, is Muzzy, who's playing the Necro, which is pretty interesting.
Right, well, okay, so we know Muzzy is life. Okay, so that's our first part of... I think we should actually call ourselves Sherlock and Sherlock. I'm going to be called Sherlock Holmes. You can be called Dr. Watson, because you're the sidekick.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Yes. All right, so we'll just introduce the players as we see them, and then as we start developing a clever sense of who's actually playing who, we will make sure that you guys do find that out. So, Sticklish is going to be playing our Disruptor. Milky is going to be playing our Ogre Magi. 737 will be playing the Centaur Warrunner. We've got Elite playing our Lone Druid. And last but not least, it is going to be Life, which we suspect is going to be Muzzy, playing our Necrophos. Please do the introductions for the side of Pulse.
On the side of Pulse, we have... on the side of Flipside. We have Smacker on that lovely Shadow Fiend, Fady on the Vengeful Spirit, Doppler on the Witch Doctor, Aghanim on that Lifestealer, and the Red Giant himself, Rage Boss, on the Slaughter.
Right, well, that wraps up the side here for the side of Pulse. Let's get ready to do that! This is round number 4. Big stakes on the line here. Both teams desperately need a win to start getting themselves higher up in the log. At the moment, we've got 3 uncontested teams currently at the top of the log, and these teams really need to start to get a win. But here we go. Fatty finds out Sticklish. There comes the Coconut Man. Fatty trying to body block. There comes out the Slytherin Crush. Can Rage Boss finish him off? And no, it goes to the Doctor Man. He's going to prescribe you. He's going to prescribe you a death.
Well, that's pretty well executed. I mean, the body blocks as well as not stacking up the stunts. Pretty easy first blood. Yeah, they had to chase a little bit, but it looks like both teams are going to get 2 runes here. I don't think Aghanim can really contest a Centaur Warrunner here. Yeah, he's gonna get the rune there, and they're gonna get the other rune on the other side as well. So yeah, it looks like they did try. Both teams did try to contest. The Bear tried to contest Mr. Smacker there with the rune, but he ended up getting it nonetheless.
Yeah, a lot of fighting happening around the map, so we're going to try and keep you guys up to date. What I do like here already is this deep observer ward coming out here for the side of Pulse. Going to really spot out those rotations. So that's very nice wall placement. Nothing yet from what I can see that Flipside has actually put down at the moment. Oh wait, I lie.
I see one by their bounty over here.
Yeah, that's probably the only other one that they've got. So really trying to make sure that they see the rotations coming out in the top lane.
Panda's might be in trouble here if he needs to turn around pretty fast. He's gonna get caught in the middle of Aghanim and Rage Boss himself, and he hasn't got that return damage. And he hasn't got enough mana to stun. Is this the second kill here for the side of Pulse? And I believe it is. And it goes to the Witch Doctor yet again.
Yeah, Doctor, man. Oh, Witch Doctor. I mean, I don't want to hear any complaining from supports when it's time to buy wards. And already, Doppler's already got himself 2 sets of Sentry wards. So the carriers are probably saying, right, I want courier upgraded right now, but right now.
I don't care if it's not 3 minutes. You're upgrading that courier, my boy, right now. Yeah, but I mean, that should secure them quite a bit. The Witch Doctor could give him a nice early Aghanims. I don't see him playing the position 5. I see him playing that position 4 because, I mean, Witch Doctor Aghanims should take preference over Avengeful Spirit in this case. But yeah, it looks like he is going to stick around mid here for his SF because SF's getting pretty harassed here thanks to that, you know, the Heartstopper aura and that Death Pulse, and then Milky to throw and ignite every now and again. It's pretty damn annoying for Smacker. Fady doing all he can to secure his lane for him.
I mean, this is super difficult here for an SF to try and get those last hits. Just to try and get that Necromastery up. He's only got 4 points into Necromastery at the moment. And the side of F3, they're just doing a superb job here to actually just hinder the SF's farm.
No, that's probably why they put Fady into mid, because I mean Milky is gonna be harassing quite a bit, but he's now out of mana, so you can't really spam that much anymore, and they might have to opt to use a shrine here that pretty early. It does look like the shrine over here has already been used for the side of Flipside, so that's kind of, I wonder why. But yeah, poor 737 Mr. Panda here is gonna have a pretty rough time until he gets that return damage, because they're gonna be able to harass the hell out of him without doing pretty much anything. Sticklish is here to help him out, however, but taking that Thunderstrike first, so he can't really phase out the Lifestealer from doing much. Lifestealer doesn't have Rage just yet, so if he gets caught here with a Stun Maledict and a Slow, this could be the end of one of them. But unfortunately going for Sticklish here instead.
Oh, man. Well, he is rather the lower HP hero. 737, I mean, he's still got a lot of HP to his name, so they're going to have to really do quite a bit of work to actually drop the Centaur. But I mean, working on Sticklish, I mean, he's pretty much a walking bag of gold.
Yeah, to be honest, I would have rather gone on 737. Ooh, it looks like Mr. Fady went down in the mid lane and Smacker pretty low himself. Yeah.
Wow, that was
it
actually...
looks like a Bloodlust and Ignite kill with some pulses. Actually, 2 levels in Death Pulse, so that does quite a fair amount of nuke damage, and with Ignite ticking you down, it's pretty easy. But going back to my points, I would have rather gone on Panda 737, since he hasn't got that much regen to speak of. He didn't have return damage at the time, and Sticklish does have a Fairy Fire and 2 tangos, so he could have survived the level 1 Maledict and get out of there pretty easily. And Panda was on half HP, so I think he was the easier kill at that particular point in time. Unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication going out there, and Doppler stunning out Sticklish instead of Panda. I think they could have killed him there, to be honest.
Well, that's obviously it's the decision. But what's rather interesting to me is that they've actually decided to run dual lanes. I mean, in the top lane, you've pretty much got Doppler and Aghanim that's pretty much protecting the top. In the mid, you've got Smack and then Fatty on the Vengeful Spirit. But it looks like Venge is now actually decided, listen, I can't get anything done mid here. I'm actually created a death for my team. I'm going to actually try and see what we can get done top. And he is actually going to try and see if he can get something. I did walk past the Bounty Ruin, but here comes this double stun combo of the two of them. But unfortunately, they have actually got a sentry up here, or an observer on this high cliff here that's going to reveal them. And Fatty's efforts to actually do that little bit of a gank is not going to actually turn out well for them.
Well, Seta Warren are now just picking up his boots, so he's going to be a little bit frosted at the moment, but I think if they're going to want to kill him, they're going to need to slow him first with a Lifestealer, then Maledict, and then throw out the stuns, because otherwise they're just not going to have enough damage to take him down. The Shrine on their side is up in 52 seconds, so if he can get to that fast enough as well, it could be potentially a waste of a gank. So I don't know, but it does look like he is quite fine. Yeah, they're gonna slow him down. Now comes the wave of terror, stun, maledict,
Centaur, and he bites the dust. And Glimpse also being used to boot, just getting Fatty out a little bit quicker there. But I mean, perfectly done. I mean, the gank didn't turn out so well in the beginning, and then Fatty just kept his calm, kept his cool, returned to that lane, and then got that kill. Now mid lane, Doppler rocking in for a bit of the action, drops the Maledict, gonna get a couple of right clicks. The coconut bouncing perfectly for Doppler, but no follow up. Not even enough mana for the magic missile coming out from Fatty. So nice prevention there. Good rotations coming out from Pulse, although kind of not needed. But our SF taking a little bit of a tough time in the mid lane. Even has to pick himself up infused raindrops just to make sure that he can actually survive in lane.
And this Red Giant doing pretty well here, driving himself 300 gold.
Easy money.
Rage Boss.
Easy money.
He's doing fairly well here in off lane, getting a bit more than he should against the lone druid. To be honest, I don't think he should be getting this much, but it comes down to player skill, and Rage Boss has been around a lot longer than most of these players, so it does come down to technical skill, I suppose. But yeah, Rage Boss already now level 6, able to get that corrosive haze onto poor 1337. So he's gonna maybe be able to actually make a kill here. Look how okay, hold on. Yeah, easy kill.
Oh wow. We just had to wait for it to actually we actually just had to wait for it to happen. It was pretty much inevitable.
That's a full level Slytherin crush. So that's a full 225 damage plus minus depending on the hero's magic resistance, but still it's quite intense with the armor reduction. It's 10 armor reduction right now with a full Slytherin crush, and yeah, he's not going anywhere. That was a pretty clean kill there by Rage Boss.
I mean, blink timing. He's going to have blink by 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Do you know how much?
Pretty much.
Do you know how devastating this is going to be to F3? F3.
Yeah, and I mean, and the Lifestealer can always just climb inside of him, and they can do the Lifestealer Slardar bomb that we've seen so often in the Master Series.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's
Fatty,
not what she said.
That's what he said. But Fatty's still having to actually hang around the mid lane just to actually secure farm for Smacker. He's sitting third on the log at the moment, so not doing too bad. But I mean, with the Necrophos sitting pretty close, but here comes a little bit of an engagement. They have spotted out Doppler. There comes the big scythe, bringing down the Witch Doctor. Fatty getting the magic missile off onto Muzzy, but not going to actually do enough, and he still does go down. Rage Boss actually very low HP. I don't know what actually happened to him, why he lost all his HP, but nonetheless.
Oh, he was jungling.
Oh, was he jungling?
He's jungling to try and get his blink dagger up, and it does look like he's now got it. So now he's got enough money to TP with a blink dagger. I wonder where he's going to make his first rotation. This should be pretty interesting.
I would actually say top. Go to the Lifestealer. I mean,
I don't think anyone is expecting a blink dagger from Rage Boss.
What, 7 minutes? Yeah, 7 minutes 50. I mean, this is going to be okay. So let's just actually watch him.
Yeah, let's actually smoke up here. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're gonna have to do something on the lone druid. The lone druid is probably going to be the biggest nemesis.
Muzzy's been getting way too much thanks to Milky, so I think they're going to try to make a kill here on Muzzy. But Muzzy not really aware of what's going on. He's going to get caught with his pants all the way down here.
Oh, there comes the crush. Rage Boss jumps in, followed up by magic missile, and good night, sweetheart. You didn't even know what happened. Muzzy hitting the deck like the best of them.
Yeah, I think that was the right rotation. Get advantage so SF can go into the jungle, catch up a bit, because he's got almost nothing to really speak of. He's been having quite a tough lane here. It does look like they're going to go straight onto Milky as well, and he goes down fairly fast. All these stuns and disables make for beautiful, beautiful kills and rotations.
I mean, here we go. Here's the glimpse. Going to bring Smack in, but this is the wrong move because Rage Boss wants this to happen. He could actually blink in and actually have followed up there. But here comes the Stampede. Going to chase out. They're going to find Fatty. And Vengeful hits the deck. Muzzy, he's trying to right click. There comes the Scythe. Doppler doesn't go down, but one right click from Milky brings him down. Yeah, 99 bottles on the wall.
99 bottles on the wall indeed. But yeah, they secured themselves this mid tower here. They did rotate. But in the meantime, Lone Druid not missing one opportunity in taking down the tier 1 there in his lane. So, still getting objective. Yeah, they're freeing up the lane for the life stealer, but I mean, taking down the tier 1 tower there and then securing the mid lane as well was beautiful from the side of Pulse. I think objectively they came out on top there.
Well, I mean, it's going to get to the point where both these teams are going to have to try and do something. I mean, what's so scary here for F3 is they've left Aghanim's to actually just go about and do whatever he wants at the moment. He's on a pretty good timing to actually get that armlet pretty soon. He's going to be looking at getting in the Deso late, I would imagine. And by that time, I mean, he's sitting third on the log, sitting plus minus 7 CS behind the Lone Druid. But when it gets to that point, is it going to be enough? Rage Boss, though.
Stickalish. Okay, no, they're not going to go on Stickalish.
They're going to actually stun out the Centaur. Doesn't get the hoof off, but there's the kinetic field. Coconut's good. Bouncing on 2. They're going to get the kill onto 737. Now the rest of the team here from F3 is going to follow up. There comes the fear from the bear. Going to actually force Rage Boss back into the static storm. And now the call is for the boys to actually escape. Can Pulse actually get out with any more casualties? As Aghanim's is just going to try and take down this tier 1 tower. We got Mulky in the vicinity. Not going to be. He's just going to stun him out. They're going to still get the tower. The tower open wounds going to be used out. Melodict, Coconut taking a lot of damage from that Melodict. He's going to go down regardless, and he still goes down to Aghanim's, doing a huge amount of work. And now a free farming life stealer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, okay, yeah, sure. They got the call. They got the call from the side of Flipside. They got the slaughter, but then they got the return kill on the ogre plus the tower. I think Flipside comes on top there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I feel it was absolutely worth it.
They got the kill on Slaughter, but I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end. Just created space for Lifestealer to take the tower. But Lone Druid also pretty much free farming at the moment. Not much to his name. Looks like he's going to go for that Maelstrom first.
The glimpse. The glimpse on Doppler. Doppler, go back to the top lane, buddy. You're not welcome here.
Yeah, I love doing that. It's like you wait for the person to TP and it's like, okay, goodbye, nice knowing you.
You are actually a criminal Dota player. Guys, I've actually played with her. And she's actually a criminal. She's a criminal. When things like that go well on her side, she's like the best person to play with. When things don't go right and I play my techies, absolute pain. Mad, nonetheless, there's such a turn back to the game. We do digress. Looking at Smacker's items, though, I see he's actually building into the Shadow Blade. How do you feel towards that? I mean, there's a couple of builds that SFs can build into, specifically the Dragon Lance, maybe the Blink, maybe the Yules. But it looks like Smacker's actually building into to a Shadow Blade. How do you feel about this? Oh, but before I ask you that, there comes a glimpse, anti-static field, and Smack, everything blown on that boy. 2 ultis actually been expended on that. Maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, I don't think that should...
because now big jump coming in here from Aghanim's and Rage Boss. They're going to find the Disruptor. There's the Death Ward. Going to bring down Mulky. There's the swap. Muzzy going to get caught out. He has popped his shard, so taking no physical damage just yet. We've got 737 in the sidelines, trying to see if he can find more, but he's actually going to get himself into a little bit more trouble than normal. There comes the Magic Missile. Going to hold out the Centaur. Triple kill going for Aghanim's, and that is a huge swing of things here coming for the side of Pulse.
Just the amount of stun on this team is ridiculous. And I mean, the Witch Doctor being completely uncontested, letting that Coconut go, getting his full combo off for quite a while, almost to the end there until Panda stopped it. But now getting glimpsed back is Fady, and I think you're fairly dead. But I mean, the one thing they didn't get was the tower, which was pretty much the objective here. But now Lone Druid going onto Doppler, Mulky going onto Doppler, I think he's going to be able to get something here. But Rage Boss now comes in. Armor reduction, yeah, Mulky is pretty dead here.
No,
9%
easy.
by him. I mean, Doppler got out with, 11 HP?
11. And he didn't even upgrade his Voodoo Restoration. I mean, how gutsy.
He's going full nuke. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense since he had such a great start, but I would have a value point in Voodoo Restoration. It's just so good for pushing. It's so good for, if you, for instance, in a scenario like that, you can keep regenning and everything. So I think it's still good for, his team and that they should get at least a value point in it. But, I mean, he feels he doesn't need it, then it's fine. But not securing the tier 1 tower mid, yeah, it's not that great. I mean, yeah, they won the fight outright. They came in heroes came 1v1, but now Sticklish is able to deny this tier 1 tower, but decides not to, decides to instantly rotate, maybe trying to catch out Mr. Green over here, which is the Smacker. But returning to your original question with the Shadow Blade, I think it is a good idea. The Silver Edge is always a nice thing. On a SF, looks like he is going for that Dragon Lance first, though, which I think is a good idea. It'll give him that extra range and some extra needed stats. I mean, Dragon Lance just gives you such good stats, and stats are very important these days since you can't level them anymore. But as I say that, the Red Giant jumps in.
There comes the glimpse, pulling Rage Boss away. Life is going to make it out, or better known as Muzzy. He is that Shroud is actually so good. In the meantime, Elite picking up a kill on Doppler. They're going to try and chase him out. Aghanim's making some moves that does actually get readed out. Going to be rooted in place over there now. Gets the stomp out from 737. And that is a dead Aghanim's. A huge amount of gold going in favor of the bear. I mean, 5 times kill. Now, Fatty, he's the one under attack in the meantime. Smacker picking up the kill on Smacker. But Big Dive coming here in the middle. They're going to pick up a triple kill here for the Lone Druid. And all of a sudden, things have swung.
RNG is real.
I mean,
RNG is real.
I mean, if you are...
Tangles.
Oh, big Requiem coming out here. Mulkey taking a chunk of damage. Easy peasy. Does go down rather easily. Blink coming out from 737. By the skin of his teeth, that attack animation from Smacker almost not going to be allowed, almost never allowed him to actually blink out. I mean, I'm actually dying to see what happened in the net with that fight. Oh wow! Oh wow! So things were looking pretty good here for Pulse, and then all of a sudden, gained back almost 4,000 gold in that little team fight. So. Good work to the side of F3, bringing it back, doing it for the boys, doing it for the ladies. Whoever's watching out there, doing it for you boys.
So it was a pretty interesting fight, but it's kind of all over the place. I mean, Sticklish was fighting his own war with Smacker. Smacker getting the kill on him, you know, with the beautiful armor reduction coming out from the Slardar. And then now going on to Fatty.
Two fights happening simultaneously. Rageboss going on to Laugh. 737 going on to Fatty. But unfortunately, Rageboss caught a little bit behind enemy lines there. Glimpse is going to be good, bringing Fatty into position. But 737 flying in the jumbo jet, picks up the kill on Fatty. And all of a sudden, a 2-for-0 trade.
Yeah, I wonder if Muzzy realizes that it no longer gives cooldown reduction, the long respawn time, because he keeps ulting people on no HP.
I think it's maybe just to aid him with gold. I think maybe it's just... I mean, he's the mid core. He's the mid carry, so he needs the gold in his pocket. But here comes...
Like he's going for a pretty gross build, though. He's going for the 4-star Veil of Discord, so I mean he's gonna be doing quite a fair amount of nuke damage. But Sticklish's ultis have been pretty much on point this game, and it's actually saving them quite a bit. Rush is going to be contested. Disruptor ulti is down for 30 seconds, so we'll have to see here. But I think Panda's going to get away with this.
Oh, here comes the Val's out. But again, I'm going to go into 737, and he's going to bring down Centaur in the pits. He's still the lone druid. They're going to kill the bear really quickly. Fatty that gets feared away. Aghanim, he gets a glimpse back to the top. Leet, can they actually bring down that Aegis right away? They do. And now they're going to set up for the kill there. Milk is sitting on the high ground, seeing if he can maybe assist his teammate some way. But it's not going to be able to. And Leet is going to go down. Fatty now in the front lines. Going to get the swap off onto Milky. One last right click out here from Smacker. Brings it down. And before you know it, a 3-for-none trade going in favor of Pulse. Excuse me. And I mean, that's fighting in the pit. I mean, with Aegis.
Revenge Aura with the Wave of Terror, and of course Rage Boss's Corrosive Haze, just making them right click like absolute trucks. I mean, these heroes are pretty much molting, and then couple that with all the disable, and of course Sticklish is going to get caught out here. I mean, look at this: 1 stun, 3 right clicks, dead hero. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. The amount of armor reduction on the side of Pulse at the moment is, yeah,
sickening. It's absolutely sickening.
It is sickening. It is pretty sickening. Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Do you tell the Centaur, like, listen, we need an AC up on you ASAP? I mean, not even a pipe, I think, could actually even make a difference here. Maybe a Crimson. It looks like he's actually building in towards that. So maybe the Crimson can actually help out a bit.
It looks like he's building into his armlet first, and then maybe a BKB, because he is getting stunned up and all those things, and there's no way Disruptor's going to be getting Aghanims anytime soon. So he can always pop BKB inside Static Storm. Probably
Oh.
can be empty when he gets glimpsed, but looks like they are going to take a tower here. They are hiding. Wave of Terror does spot out Muzzy. He gets swapped out of TP. Oh my gosh, this is such a messy fight.
Oh, there comes the Maledict down onto 737, trying to get his ass out of there. Not going to happen. The Stampede, well, the Coconut going to keep him in place, and eventually going down to Aghanim as well. And
He would have ticked down for a Maledict in the end anyway, even if he got away from that. I mean, jeez.
oh, but it's so important for the carry to get the loss. It's so important.
Yeah, it really is. But in the meantime, I mean, 1377 goes, okay, well, I'll just push your top tower, but I don't know if this trade is going to be worth it. They are TPing in here, but I don't think they're going to be able to save this tier 2 tower. I think the best thing to do is just let the Druid push on, maybe try and get a tier 2 tower of his own. He does push pretty fast. And this is definitely theirs.
Well, you did, while they were actually pushing bot lane, they actually did lose Smacker the SF. In the Radiant jungle. It was actually very well played from Sticklish. You probably missed the play, but it was actually he actually TP'd into the shrine, popped dust
I don't know if you've
through the
noticed
glimpse, under Static Storm, and they picked up Smacker easy peasy. I mean, it was really good play.
Noticed this entire game that Smack and Sticklish have been on these little semi-wars the whole game. Like, the whole team is fighting somewhere else, and Smack and Sticklish are busy in a war of their own there. I mean, Milky goes down pretty fast, but now Panda coming in, trying to do something, gets swapped out of trouble as a red giant.
Well,
Wow.
there comes the
Okay,
Stampede.
okay.
Glimpse going to be used on Fetty, and 737 going to actually survive through that.
That
And
is well worth it. That is well worth it.
Keeping-
Losing your Venge for a Slaughter is absolutely fine.
yeah, I agree. I mean, but that route from the bear, I mean, that is
Yeah, I mean, like,
ridiculous.
RNG's real with him today, but once that thing starts rooting, it starts rooting a lot.
I mean, what is the
It's kind of-
percentage? What is the percentage of the 20%? I mean, that is 1 in
Yeah.
5 hits. It just seems like, what's the chances on the first hit that it entangles? Ridiculous.
Yeah, but remember, once he starts getting more and more attack speed, it's just going to keep rooting and rooting and rooting. But like, yeah, see that? Yeah, it was 5 times, 6, 7. Okay, so it didn't root. It rooted once out of 8 shots. But you know, sometimes that 20% can feel like 100%. I know I feel that way when I play against a Spirit Breaker. 17% my ass. He just bashes continuously.
Or the coup de grace with the PA. I mean,
I'm never that lucky with that hero. Like, I will crit on creeps and not on the heroes I go on. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't get lucky.
well, that's why I play techies. You just
why I
nothing,
play techies.
nothing's about luck. It's all about skill and strategy. You come into my minds, I blow you, and then I blow you up.
Hold on. We have a rage boss with a life stealer inside of him. We have a Sticklish that's been spotted out. Are we going to be able to do something?
737, very close on the mark, almost keeping alive. Doesn't work. They do find out the lone druid can actually bring him down. Muzzy getting the Reaper Scythe onto him, and he does go down. Another entangle coming out here onto Fatty. He's trying to get his ass out of there. The bear's going to try and chase him down. Aghanim's working on life. And there comes the open wounds. Going to right click him down with rage. Smacker under a little bit of attack here, but beautiful phasing out or focusing out here from Sticklish on the disruptor. Big Requiem coming out, popping a couple of the heroes, and 737 does go down, the last to go down, but Aghanim picking himself up a beautiful ultra kill. And who actually denied him the rampage? Doppler.
I'm not sure. I think it might have been
Doppler.
Slacker. He has got that double. Oh, it was a Doppler. Okay.
Doppler.
Shame on you, Witch Doctor.
He
He
picked
died
up-
for his sins.
Yeah, he
died
did.
for his sins. It's okay. Don't worry, Aghanim, we've got you. No,
Well,
but
we
Slacker coming in with a double damage rune and a huge requiem. It was beautiful plays. I mean, Aghanim now he's taken the stats and damage. I would have thought he would have gone for the attack speed. But he has got that Echo Save to help him out, and now with a Diffusal Blade as well. It's a pretty gross Life Stealer. And now completed Desolator on him. It's in his stash. So that Life Stealer is going to be hitting pretty damn hard. And I mean, with all the armor reduction on his team already, with the Desolator, yeah, you're I think you're dead.
yeah,
Just
pretty
the
much.
The right click is just amplified so much with all of that. It's actually ridiculous. And I mean, he is keeping that Orb of Venom in his stash, so I'm thinking maybe Scardy.
Well, you know what? After the new update that's taken place, there's the Sanjay and Yash has actually received a bit of a buff, but I haven't really actually seen it being picked up. It's a very...
Sanjan, it might have been buffed, but I still think Dragon Lance is better than Sanjan Yasha. Like, stat-wise and what it provides you.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm
Just, I
talking
think
about
it's
the
way
Life
better.
Stealer. Sorry, who are you talking about?
What are you talking? Are you talking about Sanjin Yasha?
On the life stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why the Dragon Lance? Why did you bring up the Dragon Lance?
I thought you said dragon. Like I thought you were saying that Sanjin Yasha is, it's been buffed and whatnot. But I said like I still think Dragonlance is better than Sanjin Yasha for the purposes that it gets picked up. Yeah, sure, it gives you that race car build and good stats. But I still think the Dragonlance is better. It's a better pickup than Sanjin Yasha.
On who? On who are you saying the Dragon Lance is better on?
Hold on.
All right, well they're gonna smoke up. We got Rage Boss. He's infested into.
He's got an Aghanim in his system.
Oh, he's got a the Rage Boss has Aghanim, has Aghanims. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
so what's the Aghanim upgrade? What's the Aghanim upgrade on the slider? Okay, well we're about to find out. There comes the blink, and Sticklish gets exploded out. Milky next to hit the deck. He goes down. Bear gonna entangle out poor Aghanim, but there's a good mana deck down onto Leet. Trying to get some work done. There comes in a big jump from 737. The Bear is also going to go down as well. 737 does bite the dust. They're trying to get the good swap coming off onto Muzzy. The Reaper Scythe going to pop out onto Aghanim. But the Rage is good. Just trying to pop it out. This is the last war cry. And
that was from Muzzy. I mean, like, obviously, like that does not go through BKB. So I mean, you get stunned. When you Reaper Scythe, you get the stun off, but you don't get the damage off. But yeah, I think that was panic. But I think Muzzy was a bit too late to that fight. I mean, he kind of just went in and sacrificed himself. I mean, his whole team was gone, and then he just went, okay, I'm gonna force stuff in and heal it, but I'm gonna heal something. There's nothing to heal.
Yeah, I've got a question for you. I got a question from you. There's Adam on the chat says that did Aghanim steal the rampage from Doppler? Ooh. You remember that previous ultra? Ultra kill. Did Aghanim steal the rampage from Doppler, perhaps? Good point.
Well, it has to. I don't know, but I don't think so. Because I mean, if Witch Doctor had Aghanims, like I would have been okay, maybe. Then he can actually do a pretty devastating combo. But no, I think Doppler stole poor Aghanim's rampage, and I think he should get reported for that.
Yeah, reported. Oh, good game. Well
good
played.
game.
It's
Wow.
okay. That happened rather quickly. Did not expect that one. And GG has been called out.
Raxes.
And okay, all right. So
Raxes. They could have done something.
yeah,
I don't think the game was necessarily over. It wasn't like to the point where they can't do anything. I just think they should have taken better fights and not going one by one or hide in the trees and have a wave of terror like scout you out every single time. Should have played a bit smarter, stay behind their racks, wait for a pulse to make a mistake and defend the high ground. I think they could have taken the game back pretty nicely that way. It's kind of an early GG for me. I don't think Flipside should have called GG just yet.
well, you know what? If you see that you're going up a mountain, and I mean the side of Pulse was doing so well, that maybe you just say, right, okay, we're going to take this loss, keep our heads in the game. Let's not just fight out this potential loss that we can go up against, and let's just get into the new game and move on from there. So, I mean, with that said, I mean, Aghanim was sitting 17-1. On a live stealer that was hitting like an absolute monster. I mean, it's very difficult to come back in the game to come back in a game where the entire side of Pulse was like focusing down the lone druid, and Aghanims could just basically go ham on the rest of the backline players.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got a druid with Hurricane Pike and Maelstrom that can clear creeps pretty fast. Then you've got, the Necro to heal you. You've got the Bloodlust going onto the druid. You've got Sticklish with his ulti and everything, and you've got pretty decent high ground defense there. They did take up fights that were pretty silly, the side of Flipside. I mean, they did get scouted out by Fady more than once with the Wave of Terror. So, I mean, really good play by Fady there. He really did scout out a lot of the teams. And then teeping in one by one, dying one by one, some of the fights. And obviously that last fight where Muzzy just went in, and I don't know what he was thinking. It could have just been panic, or he thought maybe he could save someone, but his team was down. Just think they took bad fights, and if they stayed on their high ground, they could have maybe pushed the advantage back. I mean, but for me, it was too of an early GG. For me, it really was. But yeah, I understand why. I mean, you do have a BKB on the SF. You almost got a BKB on the Rage Boss as well. It's just, I don't know. I think they could have done something at least, and not just quit so easily.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we're going to jump into the next lobby. We'll be right back with you. We're going to play you a little bit of an advert, and then we will get into the next game. So don't go anywhere. Go grab a drink, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Dota players around the world. We're back in game number 2 of Flipside Tactics versus Pulse Gaming. Game 1, Pulse Gaming took game 1 with an amazing life stealer, being just absolutely fed. Went 17 for 1 and just went ham against the side of F3. Hopefully this time round, Flipside Tactics can come to the board and stop the huge Aghanim that just got so fed in game 1. So this is going to be...
I think that's a Rage Boss.
Yeah. I mean, early blink. I mean, what, Rage Boss had his blink at like 8 minutes, something ridiculous.
Seven,
It was just...
7.5 minutes. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you're back in the game with myself, Jubba, with the lovely Succubus. So you heard her say it. Rage Boss picking up that that blink, and yeah, apology accepted. Good lady.
Yeah, I don't actually really
Good
care.
lady.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
Good
It's
lady,
fine.
thank you for the apology. But back to the draft, back to the game. This is round number 4 of the DGL Masters. Thank you for joining us. It is going to be a big game, this one. If Flipside Tactics don't bring a win here, they are going to add another loss to their score sheet, and Pulse going to add up, get a win, and a very highly and needed win for themselves as well. So
Well, both teams need a win here. I mean, both teams are sitting with 2 losses and 1 win to their name. So, I mean, a win for either side, either team would be great for either of them. But looking at the bans here, I mean, Flipside ban out their own Lone Druid and Pulse ban out their own Slardar. But looking at the picks here, though, we've got Flipside taking the Avenge this time. But oh my gosh, that disgusting combo Axe Dazzle is here. I see Tower Dives and Rax Axes beginning.
Oh,
And I
good
do
days,
see
sir.
I do see a Rage Boss Axe, to be honest. I'm seeing into the future here.
Rage Box X. All right. Well, we're gonna see. I'm gonna hold you to that. And if you're wrong, what do I want? You're probably right. So I'm not even gonna take the
It's
bet
fine.
anyway. Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'll get you milk bottles. If and then if you're right and he doesn't play it, then
You
can
buy me
get-
milk bottles. You still buy me milk bottles.
No, I don't buy milk bottles. You can get me jelly tots. Jelly
Alright,
tots
okay,
in
jelly
milk
tots.
and milk chocolate. There we go.
Alright,
You know
okay.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But we do have the Vengeful Spirit and Jug, so easy magic missile into Blade Fury, and that's a pretty cool and good first blood. And then obviously that Nether Swap to contribute maybe to get someone out of their creep wave, so Jug can just automatically Omni Slash them. That's pretty cool. So I'm really liking that. And she can also swap him out of trouble while he's Blade Furied up as well. So very good pickup here. We'll have to see how they work this combo, but I'm liking the draft slightly better this time for the side of Flipside.
Well,
But
they've got.
Dazzle Axe is still pretty gross. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's disgusting. Shame on you, Pulse. Shame on you. That's just a gross combo, guys.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, let's jump back to some of the previous heroes that have actually been chosen in the Masters division, and Axe is not one of the highly played heroes in the Masters division. Sure, I don't know what happened to English tonight, but do you think that Axe is still a very viable hero? I'm not saying he's not good. But I'm just saying, like, has he maybe left God tier at the moment, and he's maybe just in the
don't
higher
know.
tier, or do you think
I don't think so.
teams
I
may?
don't think so.
You know what we haven't seen is a Rubik. I don't want to
Yes,
say anything.
actually-
I don't.
That's actually true. That's actually very true. We haven't seen Rubik this time around, but for me, Axe is amazing right now. Okay, just listen to this. Just listen to this. Okay,
I'm
level
listening.
10, you can choose 6 strength. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
level 15 plus 25 health. Then level 20 plus 25 health regen. Right? You
Okay.
get a heart on that Axe. He is not dying with 6 strength and 200 plus 250 health with tranquil boots. Okay, because of tranquil boots as well. But I got doomed the other day playing an Axe, and I didn't drop a single level of HP. Okay, then you've got the 25 health regen with the heart. I mean, that's like what 55 plus health regen. It's just you are not dying as an Axe. He's just so much better. And then 25, you get the plus 100 battle hunger DPS or the plus 25 armor. I mean, his talent tree is absolutely amazing, this hero. And he's still extremely viable. He's still a very good, initiator. He still does extensive damage, especially with Blade Mail going through BKB. It's still an amazing hero. It really is. But moving fast and swiftly along, we have the classic combo of Shadow Demon and Luna. So nice pushing heroes there. Very, very nice pushing heroes. And of course, Shadow Demon Dazzle, I mean, this Luna's never going to die.
Well-
this Luna's never going to die. She's going to get saved every single
Well,
time.
just look at the synergy that Pulse has here. Now, if they decide to lane the Axe and the Dazzle, perfect synergy. If they decide to lane the Axe and the Shadow Demon, perfect synergy. I mean, you disrupt someone, the Axe runs over there, gets a simple call off, the Axe is smashing away, the illusions of yourself are smashing away, and then while that's all happening, you've got a Luna that's pretty much free farming. When it gets to the late part of the game, you've now got a Shadow Demon that is going to be making illusions of the Luna, just going to be pushing pushing down mid and just completely wrecking your base. And what
Yeah,
I do
man,
like,
jeez.
and what I do like about the Luna is it's going to deal with the Eidolons very well with from the Enigma. They're pushing Enigma strat. I mean, often we've spoken about the Enigma and the black holes, and yeah, it's
Moonglaive, come on.
yeah, it's just going to wreck the side of Flipside at the moment. But the only thing that's going for them is if Juggernaut gets his spin off, he's not going to take too much damage from the Eclipse, from the Luna. But is that going to still be enough if the Axe gets a call off onto the Jugger and then drop in the Eclipse? At the moment, I feel Flipside is maybe a little bit overwhelmed so far from what I see.
But we have seen in this Master Series that Enigma is not necessarily picked up for his black hole, because I mean whenever we see him in games, he doesn't really use black hole all too often, or they use it for a single pick off or whatever it may be. But that huge wombo combo deal doesn't really happen in this meta anymore. With the long cooldown ultis and stuff, it's more of the the aggressive lineups. But he is, however, chosen for the demonic conversion. Of course, the Midnight Pulse doing a lot of work if they can catch someone in the ultis, but. If he is able to get off that black hole, I mean, with the Witch Doctor Aghanim Scepter, if he can get it, and then we've got the Shadow Fiend with that huge Requiem, they could be doing an extensive amount of damage. But yeah,
and to round off the draft, Pulse decides to pick themselves up that dirty little sniper. This sniper with Dragon Lance is like, how do you even catch him? Like, how do you even get to him?
You don't catch him. You just don't. They might have to put a blink onto the Jug. To get to him, or Venge somehow. I mean, not even the Venge can get to him with a full swap, with a full range swap. He's just out of the take aim and Dragon Lance. He's just way out of the fights there. So I think maybe Shadow Fiend's going to have to be sneaky with a blink, or Shadow Blade as well. Juggernaut's obviously maybe a blink, but it's going to be hard to get to that sniper. And of course, they've got the Shadow Demon and Dazzle, two supports that save heroes on a constant basis. I mean, you've got Heal, Shallow Grave, and you've got the one hero that counteracts Shallow Grave on your side. Then, of course, you've got the Shadow Demon that can, slow you down. It can disrupt anyone who's in trouble. I mean, these players are not dying, but I mean, it looks like Smacker is going to go for the mid sniper against the SF. So Muzzy's going to have a very hard time mid against that sniper. But
alrighty.
One advantage is they're both really susceptible to ganks. So if they can get some quick rotations onto the sniper early, they could shut him down potentially. But then you've got a Luna to worry about. And Luna is one of the really good carries in this meta. She really is. She's one of the carries that can fight extremely early. She's got a nice, wouldn't say low cooldown ulti, but it's an amazing ulti nonetheless. And that beam doing a lot of damage. Plus, she can just push for days. So, sorry, boys and girls. Without further ado, let's introduce the teams. Jubba, over to you.
Well, let's get ready to do that. For the side of the Radiant this time round is going to be the side of Pulse. It is going to be Rage Boss, going to be playing our big red friendly giant, the Axe in the mid lane. It's going to be Smacker on the Sniper Rooney. We've got Doppler going to be playing our Saving Dazzle, and Aghanim going to be playing our Luna, selling mayonnaise in the bottom lane for very, very cheap prices. And last but not least is going to be Fatty on the Shadow Demon.
She's going to be playing the Dark Moon.
Oh, but
she might be caught out here.
Before you introduce the side of F3, let's just see if Milky can actually pick up the stun. He's not going to be able to. They're going to be able to get themselves a bounty run. Actually, 3 bounty runs. No, it actually just went 2 apiece. So
she is so fast anyway. Like 335 movement speed to start off with. I mean, Luna's a very fast hero. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to have Muzzy Dota M-Guard on that Shadow Fiend mid. Next in will be Panda. But they are going onto the sniper early. Not much to do, just a little bit of harassment here. He's gonna have to be careful. I mean, he's taking more damage than he threw out there. But anyway, we got Panda 373 who played the Centaur War in the last game onto that Witch Doctor this time. Then we'll have 1337 onto that carry Jug, Milky on your Vengeful Spirit, and last but not least, we will have Stikalish playing the off lane, well, the safe lane off lane Enigma against an Axe, Eidolon's rip.
Well, I mean, look at what Rage Boss is doing here. I think he was cutting the lane a little bit earlier, so it's going to make it very difficult here for the Enigma to keep those creeps in a good equilibrium, to actually give him a little bit of an advantage here. So it's going to be really, really tough for Sticklish, but I think he's going to get the decent levels that he needs. But Rage Boss just cutting this wave. They're going to take this top tier 1 very, very quickly.
Well, at least, and I wouldn't say it very quickly, at least Sicklish has got that demonic conversion to kind of keep the creeps off his tower, so to speak. So he can easily, aggro the creeps like that and take care of it so the tower doesn't take that much damage. But Rage Boss is getting a lot of farm here and gaining quite a bit of advantage. He's going to have a very, very fast Vanguard. I think he should have a Vanguard in the next 5 to 6 minutes if nothing's getting done here. But in the meantime, we have a pretty devastating tri-lane. We've got the Witch Doctor and the Vengeful Spirit with the Juggernaut. But then again, we do have Shadow Demon to do the disruption so the Luna doesn't take too much time. But she is, Aghanim getting caught with his pants down here, getting stunned up to no avail and spin.
Yeah. Stun locked for days.
Stun locked for days indeed. Yeah, and unfortunately, he didn't have a ward there to scout out the supports. So I mean, Shadow Demon leaves Aghanim for Fady, leaving Aghanim for literally 2 seconds to go get the bounty rune, and he goes down, stepping a bit too far forward. And knowing that he's against 3 of those heroes, he should have maybe treaded a bit more lightly there. But now we have Milky and Panda rotating in to maybe kill the Rage Boss off.
Oh, well, he's going to be taking a bit of damage from the creeps, going to be taking damage from the heroes, but Milky walking away with a nice little kill. Walking away with a nice little kill there on himself, and easy farming here for Milky as well. Going to get those easy newt kills. Easy peasy here. Easy
peasy lemon squeezy. No, but I mean, the coconut just landed so nicely there because, normally, just with everyone else's luck, the coconuts will bounce on all those creeps and not on the hero. And luckily for Panda, the coconut bounced twice onto Axe, and it's a level 1 coconut, so it's only got 2 bounces, and it's quite nice that it landed on him and not the 3 creeps that he was farming. Then obviously we got the Vengeful Spirit coming in with the magic missile, so a Rage Boss was at less than half HP to start off with there, so nice rotation there, nice kill. It will stop him escalating a bit there. But now it looks like Aghanim is going to trade lanes here, and he's going to go up against Sicklish Enigma. And looks like they're going to rotate the Axe here into this tri lane.
Well, it's still going to be a bit of a problem. Panda 737 is trying to see if they can find something. Milky leading the charge. Rage Boss runs back quite a bit. What's the thinking of them actually swapping a Rage Boss to the bot? I mean, he was doing pretty well in the top lane, getting a huge amount of farm. Aghanim's did go down, but I mean, he didn't have his supports close by, so I think maybe a little bit of a hasty move here for...
I actually like this because now you've got the Axe and the Dazzle in the same lane, which is pretty cool. And then you have the dual lane of Fady and Aghanim. I think they should have done this from the start, to be honest, the dual lanes. But Rage Boss does go down.
He bites the dust.
Down to the Maledict. Takes down to the Maledict some stuns. And I believe, not spin wasn't even used there. It was just a few right clicks and a few stuns.
Yeah, that
looks like the creeps were not his friend yet again. The coconut and the creeps were just not his friend, and I like this rotation. I think Luna's going to be doing very well here, and she hasn't got Moonglaive yet, but once she gets this Moonglaive, she can pretty much free farm these Eidolons.
Oh, here comes a disruption out here from Fat in the top lane. They're going to use the Lucent Beam to hold him in place. Sticklish, he's going to have to run for dear life. He's going to get out pretty easy, so pretty chilled in the top lane. So, I mean, now with the Rage Boss also dying to this aggressive tri-lane that F3's put together here between Panda and Milky. I mean, this little combo of the two of them is pretty much going to keep the heroes here for the side of Pulse pretty much stun-locked. Unfortunately, the supports for the side of Pulse is kind of nowhere to be found every time one of their cores go down. I mean, we lost Rage Boss. We lost...
But again, Doppler does not have his Shallow Grave. He's got 2 levels in Poison Touch and Shadow Wave. So I think, now he picks up his Shallow Grave at level 4. But yeah, I think they were expecting to get very aggressive with the Luna, the Shadow Demons.
Oh, Muzzy's got to bite the dust to an assassinate. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that was a big kill there for the side of Pulse. Picking up the kill on Muzzy is massive, not only because they killed the mid laner, but it wrecks the Necromasteries and all the stacks that he's been building up to. So definitely a big kill for the side of Pulse. And first time they've got themselves a kill, and they're on the board representing it here for the side of Pulse. They're now sitting 1-3 at the 6-minute mark. And if things are going to change, maybe it's going to be from this point on.
Yeah, and I mean, Sticklish securing himself a tier 1 tower pretty early. Those Eidolons doing quite a bit of work here. Oh! Fady getting the denial with all those Eidolons and Sticklish. The timing on that. The timing on that.
Oh, but bot lane, we're going to see Doppler by. No, he gets the grave off, so he did actually put a good point up in there. But Doppler going to try and juke around the trees, going to pop the one, not going to be good enough. Panda, 737, comes in for a beautiful flyby and picks up the kill on our poor little Dazzle.
And Sticklish now trying to go for the tier 2 here pretty cheekily. They're not really rotating any heroes in, but it looks like he is going to get back. He hasn't got mana for black holes, so if something does happen, it's not a good thing. But he is almost close to that blink tag, and I really do hope that he gets it because, well, first, because it's going to change the game quite a bit for them. They're going to be able to lock down heroes and keep up the momentum that they have here.
Well, it's going to be really tough. What I do like to see is, I mean, in the beginning of the draft, we really felt that Pulse had like a very good draft with the X, the Dazzle, Shadow Demon, Luna. I mean, they had a very good draft, but all of a sudden, F3 out of nowhere, sitting with a huge kill lead at the moment, and they at the moment Pulse don't have an answer to this just yet. Although Lita, he's trying to TP out with the spin, but now all of a sudden TP coming in from the sniper. Ragebox getting the call off onto Lita in the background. Jugga trying to run for his life. There comes the assassinate, and Jugga's going to bite the dust, getting himself a double kill, picking up the kill on the Vengeful Spirit as well. And Panda going to be able to hardtail it out of there, engage the Nitros, and just ran completely away from danger. But Sticklish pretty much left uncontested at this point in time, and is going to be pushing to this tier 2. Rage Boss trying to build towards his blink. I do think this is the right move. I don't feel going for the Vanguard first is the right. I think the blink is the right call.
Yeah, for this game, yes. If he was gaining that much advantage early and he kept that momentum going, by all means, Vanguard. If he was getting contested, but the fact that he came down twice, I think Blink Dagger is the best option here for this game. And of course, Axe is really good against the Juggernauts, and he did tank that full LT, and not much happens. So yeah, I do agree with Blink Dagger. They're going to have to start making some kind of rotations. I mean, the objectives here for the side of Flipside are just going their way. I mean, the tier 1 tower is almost down. The tier 1 tower is down here for Sticklish and pushing onto the tier 2 now as well. So keeping a lot of pressure up here. And Rage Boss, he's about, 700 gold off his Blink Dagger. So he should have it fairly soon if he doesn't die again. But he needs to be careful because he hasn't got much vision to speak of. So if they catch him out again, it's going to delay his Blink Dagger by another 4 to 5 minutes again. So yeah, he's just going to have to play cautiously here and, farm up these Eidolons. All the Eidolons, just despawned. So that's a bit unfortunate. Would have been some extra gold for him there. But yeah, Muzzy doing pretty well here in the mid lane. And Sniper's getting quite a bit. Smacker, I mean, he's almost got his Dragon Lance. Probably Maelstrom to boot after that. And then there's no touching the Sniper. There's no touching.
I want to ask you a question now. We've seen a lot of our friends across the water actually watching those funny videos where X is jungling and he drops his tranquils on the floor and players are able to kill off the tranquils. Blink being revealed, jumping out, gets the call off onto Sticklish. He's going to be able to run it off. He has been maledicted, so if he takes a little bit more damage, could be in trouble, but he's going to be able to walk it off. But Smacker going to get the assassinate. Not going to be enough to bring down Sticklish. Going to throw down the shrapnel. There comes the second charge. Sticklish, he still gets the kill on Sticklish. Oh my gosh, Smacker, where did you come from, my friend? And now this is... Oh, here comes a little bit more. Rage Boss trying to find Panda. There's the Maledict. Cheeky picking up the bounty run. Gonna try and run away. Magic Missile's gonna come out. And Panda is just gonna TP back to base. But can Fatty get there in time? He doesn't. Is not able to cancel that TP. So, it's just losing Sticklish in that little engagement. So, alright, Pulse put themselves back on the board. And they have tied up the score, the 10 minutes in, 44. Before that little tussle broke out, I know why Valve actually created the backpack. Is because of ex-players that put their tranquils on the floor. Just missed it. Just missed it.
Single target pick off black hole. No, but that was really good. And the thing is, they need towers now. They need to get a bit of map control back because in the side of Flipside tactics, they're getting quite a bit of map advantage here, taking all these towers. But yeah, I think the Blink Dagger is going to change quite a few things with this axe. But Smacker going for the full shrapnel build. Got 3 levels in take aim now. But yeah, I think if he goes for his, 15 attack speed plus 20 shrapnel DPS, then 25% cooldown reduction, and then 4 shrapnel charges after that, yeah. GGT5. I mean,
Yes, plus.
it's like that's 6 shrapnel charges doing 20 more damage plus a 25% cooldown reduction. Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. With the Maelstrom, well, Mjolnir Maelstrom right-clicking in the background with the axe core, plus Luna, all the combos, man. It's just, it's really disgusting. The new sniper, you gotta love him. You gotta love him.
And if he's on your team, if he's not on your team, then you kind of just want to hate him. But looking at the progress here of most of the teams, okay, I'm looking at Muzzy at the moment. He's only got the Aquila and Power Treads. Does he have something in the courier, perhaps? I mean,
Sorry,
I'd expect Muzzy. At the moment, all he's got is his treads. He's Aquila and a bottle. He's sitting top of the log in terms of last hits. Let's just have a look at net worth and have a look at there. Okay, so he's sitting third on the log, but not much discrepancy between the top 3 players. Sniper sitting at the top, so he's been getting a chunk out of the lane versus the SF sitting at... Okay, there's a 200 gold discrepancy, but still the rotation. Smacker's getting off. I mean, he's been really participating in fights. He's level 9 compared to Muzzy's level 11. So I would expect Muzzy to be a little bit more in the lead. What could you attribute to that?
It's kind of weird. Like, I don't see anything in the courier. I don't see anything in his stash. I don't see... He's got the 1,900. He could go for the straight Dragon Lance or just get an item where he can escape, maybe like a Shadow Blade or a Blink to initiate something like that. But I think the Hurricane Pike Dragon Lance is gonna be necessary in this game to get away from, say, the Axe or the Shadow Demon, that type of thing. If he does get gone on, there will always be a lovely assassinate to follow him there. But yeah. I'm feeling something like a Blink, so you can maybe dodge assassinate, or
maybe the Yules. Maybe even the Yules could be
maybe
viable.
the Yules. But then the problem with the Yules is that it gives the Axe time to run up to you and then call you when you come down, or it gives the Shadow Demon time to disrupt you. Or
Rage Boss. Rage Boss finding Muzzy in the mid. There's the assassinate. Does go down, but Panda going to run up there with the coconut. There comes the Death Ward, now turning its focus to Fatty. Trying to keep Rage Boss alive, but ticking down to the Maledict while that all happens. Smacker getting the double kill, picking that up, and Rage Boss still goes down to the ticks of the Maledict. So, okay, well, look, they didn't get the best return. I mean, they did bring down Rage Boss, but they lost again Muzzy in the mid lane. So he's taking a tank of damage. I mean,
yeah, they lost 2 heroes for once. It's still 2-for-1 trade. It still goes to the side of Pulse there. So it's still a good trade for them. But in the meantime, I mean, Sticklish being the most annoying Enigma on Earth, I mean, pushing out this lane here, this tier 2 tower is almost down.
I mean, that's why you pick up the Enigma, to push. They're pushing power to know that you've always got that one lane that you don't have to look after. What I'm keen to see is I want to see Dazzle upgrade his talent tree to the plus 60 damage. That's what I want to see. And I want to see him change into a call. That's what Jubba wants. That's what Jubba wants. That's what Jubba wants. And my milk bottles.
You want to carry Dazzle.
Yeah, and I want my milk bottles. Yeah.
Hey, you lost that bet. You owe me a chocolate.
But it was so unfair. I knew he was going to take it. I mean, it was just good entertainment to take the bet.
But instead of talking about Rage Boss, talking about all these initiation years, I mean, this Enigma does have his Blink Dagger and going onto his mechanism into the Guardian Greaves there. So that could be a pretty nice pickup there. But at Guardian Greaves, I suspect is going to take a little while longer. Smacker now trying to take this tier 1 tower mid, but he's going to get surrounded by heroes if he's not careful. He's not the fastest of heroes, and he hasn't got a full Hurricane Pike to his name just yet. Going for that Maelstrom first, which, I like it. I like it. It's going to escalate his farm quite a bit. He's going to get the Hurricane Pike straight after that, fairly shortly after that. So, they're going to need to push with this Luna sometime soon. It does look like she's going for that casual Yasha. Maybe straight into a Mantis so Shadow Demon can start making illusions of her. And maybe then they can start taking these towers down.
Well, it looks like Muzzy actually did pick up his Shadow Blade. He has got it and was trying to look for a little bit of pick-off in the mid lane. But now Rage Boss is going to be able to maybe do something. Or even Sticklish is going to be looking at doing something. Black Hole is up. He's got that beautiful Arcana as well, that beautiful little animation there. So let's see how that actually pans out. Sticklish senses something happening here and is actually hiding in the bush. They do have that sentry ward.
Stay in the trees.
Rage
Rage
Boss.
Boss is ready to rock and roll. Eh? He is waiting. He is waiting and waiting. Black Hole is up. But I don't know if he can actually
No, he can't
kill
see
anyone
him.
with just by himself. No, he can't see him, but
No,
he
this
is
is the
hiding
vision.
there.
I'm actually showing the vision of Rage Boss at the moment. So they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
actually know where he is. Sticklish, okay, he pops. Oh, there we go. Rage Boss finds him. And a good guess where he was. Sticklish is going to get called out, but he wants to try and make a play on Aghanim. There comes a beautiful double man Black Hole under the tower. Can Sticklish survive through it? He can't. He goes down, but he's going to lose the axe as well. And immediately Lee tipping in top, getting the Omni Slash off onto the Luna. Beautifully done here for the side of F3, picking up a 2 kill, only losing the Enigma now. Muzzy trying to get that Requiem off, automatically gets spotted out. They do lose Fatty on the Witch Doctor, and no, I lie, they lose Pand on the Witch Doctor, and they
Fade's
also
gonna go
lose
down to
Muzzy.
Maledictor. Ooh, maybe not. Doppler's yet.
Oh,
Nice.
Doppler gets the grave, and the timeout is going to be good enough, so the tick doesn't actually pick him off. Now Smacker going to work down that middle tier 2, tier 1 tower. Shake and bake, boys. Shake and bake. It's very close still regardless. I mean, we're sitting 9 and 8, 16 minutes in. Things are looking pretty interesting. Both Jugger and Sniper, toe-to-toe in terms of net worth. I mean,
I must say that the use of the Eidolons there by Sticklish was absolutely beautiful. I mean, stunning up the Luna there so she couldn't cancel Black Hole, using the Eidolons to tick her down, and then focusing on Rage Boss there with the Midnight, getting them. Okay, first of all, he gets the Midnight Pulse off, gets his Eidolons off, stuns the Luna, and then gets the kill onto Rage Boss, and then obviously Juggernaut TPing in to finish off the Luna. It's just beautiful play, and my hat goes off to Sticklish. Unfortunately, unfortunately they did lose both Luna and the Axe, but they return it by killing 3 of the heroes off here in the mid and then securing themselves a tower. So again, they just keep trading sort of evenly here. I would love to see how the graphs look, actually. It would tell us quite a bit.
well, I'm looking at the graph at the moment. Things are looking pretty good for Flipside Tactics. Things are starting to go in favor of Pulse. So they've lost their advantage. Look, it is only 2,000 gold now, the net difference. 15 minutes, 17 minutes in. It's not a huge amount looking at the XP. 1,000 XP in the difference. Also not massive as well. So keeping toe-to-toe, I mean, this game could really go either way. But in the beginning, I mean, F3 was doing really well. I mean, they were shutting down the calls. They were forcing Pulse to actually create rotations. But now top lane, Panda decides he can play with the big boys here. This is David and Goliath kind of effect over here. Panda trying to get got the Maledictor on Rage Boss, but eventually Rage Boss just goes down with the Culling Blade. And yeah, beautifully done. Thinking he can play with the big boys. Ended up paying with his life. And very, very close. Unfortunately, did he wait for the call before he dropped his death ward?
He cancelled call. He cancelled Rage Boss's call with the stun, and then maledicted, and then it proceeded to combo. But Rage Boss actually didn't get the call off, so it was still available to him. I think he might have thought, okay, I cancelled the call mid-call type vibe, with the stun. But unfortunately, Rage Boss still had it up, and yeah, running away without his heal on, I think it could have maybe saved him. But that movement speed slow is 12%. It's yeah. The axe running at you with battle hunger, and obviously that beautiful chop.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Yeah.
Oh, the dunk.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, this game. Rage Boss
another
with a
big
huge
jump.
call here.
Well, he's only getting the one. He managed to jump onto Leet, not getting the Culling Blade off. Leet dodges it with an Omni Slash. Unbelievable. Here's the Black Hole, though. Catching out 2. They got Fatty, got Smacker. Smacker gets forced off the way. They're going to be able to swap him back in. Now there comes the Death Ward. Going to be disrupted up, keeping him alive for just a little bit longer, but he still goes down. And Panda, man-moding it under the shrapnel charges. This time has got himself a little bit of voodoo restoration, keeping himself alive. So nice kills coming out for the side of Flipside. They're getting those kills and tying up and putting them 1 kill in the lead. So nicely done for the side of F3, being able to just hold their heads, get those plays off, and focus down the right players. I mean, and big play from Sticklish. That black hole, massive. Bot lane, though, they get the kill on Aghanim. Leeds picking up another kill, and Milky finishing off. Poor Mr. Doppler.
That was really unfortunate. I mean, Aghanim, thinking, okay, he doesn't have spin, let's ulti, and then he immediately spins, and Luna ulti kind of gets wasted, and then he just completely wrecks it. But I mean, geez, in the meantime, they do pick off Muzzy here. Panda doing whatever he could. I mean, Rage Boss ticking down with some addicts over there. So he did try to save his life, but there's so many kills happening around the map. It did look like the Luna and the Dazzle were just trying to push that tier 1 tower there while they lost some heroes mid. But yeah, some beautiful plays coming out. I mean, Sticklish coming in with a black hole just in time as well, getting that key pick off onto that sniper, which is so hard to get to right now. It was just really good players, but I must say it's unfortunate for poor Aghanim and Doppler. Aghanim, yeah, it's Aghanim and Doppler. I mean, that Luna ulti getting wasted with the spin there, and all he could do was shallow grave him. But I mean, those crits, I think he got like 3 crits in a row there onto the Luna, and just nothing to be done after that.
What about, I see Aghanim's actually building into Scotty. He's, oh no, Allah.
Manta. He's going for the Manta.
He's going for the Manta. Now, don't you think maybe building into a BKB first is maybe a better option, yeah?
Not really.
Considering,
not really.
I mean, look how much stuns they have on the side of F3.
Yeah, but you've got the Juggernaut ulti, right? Then you have the Witch Doctor ulti. Then you have the Venge swap. Then you have Enigma. Like, all that goes through BKB. Well, the best they can hope for is, getting that Manta quickly, making illusions of her. Witch Doctor ulti can't really bounce that much onto 6 Lunas, and plus the pushing potential there. Axe to follow up and call, so illusions don't get destroyed. So I think it is a better option here for her. She can also dodge. If she gets like soloed by Jug, for instance, she could Manta and split up the ulti. For instance, I think it is the better call here for the Luna. Plus, she's in much a dire need of stats. I mean, she's still sitting with 1,300 HP. She does kind of need those stats there.
And it also does help. It also does help with the Shadow Demon illusions as well when you go more for a stat build.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. It really does. It helps the illusions be stronger. But
here comes the hunting squad though. Hunting squad leading the charge has been smoked up. Hasn't actually been revealed yet by Fatty. I hear the assassinate coming out. It's going to get blown up onto Muzzy in the meantime, just outside. The Ranger is going to get disrupted out, but the Shadow Demon's going to bite the dust very soon, and he does go down. Jugga picking himself up the kill there. Muzzy is actually invised up and seeing if he can find a little bit more. He does. The Guardian Greaves is going to be popped, trying to give his teammates a little bit of HP. And they may actually resort into actually just backing off. They're going to send Muzzy to the bot lane. He's not going to actually decide to jump onto the Luna. And it's pretty much just going to be reset. We got to pick off, and let's move on. Not one of your prize pick-offs. I mean, if you could have picked off Smacker, Rage Bus, or even the Luna, would have been a little bit better.
And it's just a bit unfortunate the Luna is so poor at the moment. I mean, all she has to name at 22 minutes is the Manta. You normally like to see her with like 1 or 2 more items at this stage of the game, but yeah, going down, she's gone down 4 times with no kills to her name and only 2 assists. So I mean, she's been, well, I say Luna, but yeah, he's been having a pretty tough game as the Luna. He's been shut down pretty hard, not having quite the same game that he had with the Lifestealer, where he was pretty much uncontested.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, they did very well. F3 did very well in the beginning to actually shut down the Luna's farm, and she's been struggling ever since. But now they're going to make a play here on the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. We've got Panda being a little bit aggressive here on the sidelines. Smacker has dropped that 1 charge of shrapnel. Going to actually force F3 back just a little bit. Funny thing is, we haven't seen Rosh being contested or even gone for yet.
With the Luna sniper and SF, a Jug that can normally solo Rosh when he gets to a certain level with the healing ward. You know, it is weird. I haven't even noticed that. Well, good pickup there, dude.
I mean, that's why I get paid the big bucks. I get paid in Monopoly money.
Monopoly money. No, but you're absolutely right. It is weird that Rosh hasn't been taken down yet, but it has been a pretty aggressive game. I mean, in 23 minutes we've seen, what is it now?
Oh, look at that!
Kills?
Look at that! It's like they're in my mind. It's like
that in your mind.
It's like they're in my head. All right, so we got
honestly,
holes.
I think it's due to the fact that they've been pushing and fighting each other so much. I mean, we got 25 kills in like 23 minutes. So, yeah, it's been a very aggressive, fighting-orientated game. I mean, we haven't got a lot of CS on the board yet. I mean, you don't normally see 210 CS only at 24 minutes. When we see it in almost into the 300 mark now. But yeah, Rush has gone down and it's on the Luna, so she's got another chance to do something. But in the meantime, while they take Rush, they do get an objective and take the tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, well, they can't take the shrines just yet. They got to push down one of the tier 3,
yeah.
one of those tier 3 towers, and then shrines are going to be open and going to be ready for the taking. So they'll probably be looking at making a couple of objectives. Yeah, I mean, F3 is doing really well. I mean, they've taken a lot of objectives, and they're doing really well in terms of objective taking. I mean, Pulse has left all other tier 2 towers for F3 still standing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though they've got a very good lineup, very good draft, they're just not playing. It feels like they're not playing Dota, kind of. You know what I mean? They're not playing
pushing that high ground is going to be very, very, very hard for them. I mean, against the sniper Luna. Yeah, good luck pushing up that high ground. And then obviously you've got the axe as well. So if you bunch up nicely, the axe will call all of you. But as far as high ground defense goes, they've got an amazing high ground defense. They've got very good creep clear, so it's going to be very hard for them to push up high ground. They're going to need to get a pick off here. Doppler is getting so low. One more right click. Oh, Shallow Grave. Is he going to TP Shallow Grave? Really? No.
They got the magic missile there to boot. Nice little TP out from the Shadow Demon behind the trees as well. So they do pick up the poor Dazzle. Doppler does go down. They could have picked up the Shadow Demon if they were a little bit quicker. But I mean, that sense from Doppler. I mean, he dropped the sentry, and then all of a sudden, then Muzzy started right clicking away, and he knew they had to get out. Yeah. And now Muzzy spotting out Rage Boss, gonna fake pop the Requiem, decides to actually hold it back, and Rage Boss.
Boss, he's still hanging around there. I mean, they do have vision there. He knows exactly who's there. He knows that Muzzy and Sticklish is there. So, I mean, his whole team is there to back him up if they need be. But as I was saying before, the high ground defense is pretty legit on the side of Pulse. But then again, it's also legit on the side of Flipside. I mean, they've got the demonic conversions. They've got SF to shadow raise everything. So obviously Jugs, right-clicking like an absolute truck at the moment. And now with the basher to boot, so we're going to see some insane attack speed coming out from this guy, and maybe a few bashes to follow. And he's got that Hull the Dominator, so he does have that Alpha Wolf available to him. So he's going to be right-clicking for a little bit more at the moment. So both teams, it's going to be interesting to see who actually gets the high ground first here. It's going to be hard for each team. I mean, you got Black Hole to worry about, you got Witch Doctor combo. Then on the other side, you got Sniper, Axe.
Oh, Rage Boss trying to make a play. Gets swapped out immediately by the Vengeful. Drops the Midnight Pulse. They're trying to find Rage Boss. Is it going to happen? His blink is going to come off cooldown now. He's going to blink away. Juked for days. Going to TP out, and he pulled almost the entire team here. Watch it go, man. And Leet, he looks like he paused there for a bit, and he gets the opening stash off, bringing down Doppler. Going to right-click Agnum the way. There comes the Aegis, pops the healing ward now. On the sidelines, Sticklish going man-moding against Fatty, going to pick up the kill there. And all of a sudden, losing 3 for Zan. I mean, all of a sudden, they thought it was an easy kill on the Jug. And then, boom, before you know it, F3 come to the party, bringing all that good stuff that you normally hide in the punch, and taking down 3 players here for the side of Pulse. Beautifully done.
That was a disaster. I mean, trying to catch up the Jug on his own, fair enough. Rage Boss, tackling. This is going to be a fairly easy tower for them here. Sniper can't really do much.
Do you know, you interrupted me, and I was going to actually say F3 was going to actually push high tower first, but we can't say that now because it's happening. But Leeds, he's going to get swapped out, and Rage Boss going to go down to the death ward, but Sticklish picking up the kill with that Midnight Pulse. Leeds is going to decide to actually just spin for glory as he leaves the base. Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing, I was about to say as well, they need to get a pick-off. If they get pick-off, so that's one team is easy to take high ground. I mean, obviously. But
look at this.
Look at 3, yeah.
They're hiding. They still got Black Hole. They still got Black Hole. Shh, shh. Don't tell Pulse. Shh. We got to whisper. We got to whisper.
But them getting those pick-offs, so the three deaths made it fairly easy for them to take high ground there. And it's a bit unfortunate. I mean that had to happen, but yeah, Rage Boss distracting the enemy team for them to maybe get the pick-off onto the Juggernaut, and unfortunately they were able to TP into the shrine, get there very quickly, and then get the Luna, the Dazzle, as well as the Shadow Demon there as well. So then they're left with Rage Boss and Smacker to defend, and they can't really defend against that team as two. So yeah, fairly easy tier 3 tower, and they're happy to take the shrines. Easy 150 gold.
Well, Rage Boss and a couple of his crew members have actually smoked up. They're looking for something, although the side of F3 is on the other side of the map. Pulse is not aware of this. Maybe popping a scan at the moment could actually reveal a little bit. They do have it available. They're going to spot up Panda. Rage Boss misses the blink. And Panda immediately going to glimmer cape himself up. Good dunk is going to be good. Stickle is woofing a black hole. We thought we'd never see one. We do. And now the shrapnel comes down in the backlines. But Rage Boss getting the kill off on Aghanim picking up the kill onto Muzzy. Now there comes a magic missile onto Aghanim, and now Leet trying to haul ass out of here, but Sniper right clicking away. There comes the earn charge, and Rage Boss trying to deal a little bit of a blade over there and didn't go down, and 3 going down for F3. Super unfortunate, and that smoke actually worked out for them. Catching out the Witch Doctor, that's when everything went haywire. He couldn't pop the coconut, couldn't drop that Death Ward, and he was taken to the market, taken to church. He was taken to church.
Very, very unfortunately, the Sticklish Black Hole missed, but I must say, good job to Pulse. They dodged that Omni Slash like bosses. I mean, you had Rage Boss who used up, then you had Fady who disrupted himself. It's just like... Then you got Aghanim who manted. It's just like the Juggernaut ulti essentially did nothing in that fight as well. So yeah, it's just a really bad fight for the side of Flipside. And yeah, hopefully they can defend high ground. They do have buybacks on all their heroes, but I mean, they are going to be respawning fairly fast. So, but the only thing is they do not have Black Hole right now. They do not have Black Hole, so they can't really do much here.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough situation, as we saw... Pulse losing one of their tier 3s, and now it's time for Flipside to have a little bit of pressure being put onto their tier 3. Their shrines are also in jeopardy at the moment. Smack is sitting quite far forward, going to 4-staff himself away. Milky looking a little bit frisky over there, that he wanted to actually get the swap off, but they're going to be able to actually just haul us out of their Rage Boss.
I think Milky would have sacrificed himself if he did choose to get the swap in. But yeah, he could have gone for it. They would maybe got a pick off there, but they are defending. They want to defend their base and maybe try get a return here. Rage Boss is getting surrounded. He has Aghanim to back him up.
Oh, he's still playing aggressive. Gets the jump off onto Muzzy. There comes the Kobe Bryant. Goes down with the best of them. And Muzzy giving away 684 gold to Mr. Rage Boss himself now. Bot lane, the Jugger spots out Doppler. There comes Omni Slash. Can't he get the grave off? He doesn't. Been bashed up. Wow. And Leet adding a little bit of gold to his pocket.
Yeah, he's that those bashes came hard and fast there. Shame he couldn't really do much, and it does bash during Omni Slash as well. So good luck getting Shadow Grave off. But it does look like he's gonna go for that Maelstrom build now as well. So he's gonna be doing a lot of damage as well as lightning strikes, and obviously attacking a lot faster with that beautiful.
Hyperstone.
Oh my word! Yeah, the beautiful Hyperstone there, and he can also always later on when he is 6-slot pick up that lovely Moonshot as well, and then yeah, he just constantly bashed.
It's also really good to deal with the illusions that Pulse is actually throwing out. I mean, Manta on the Luna, illusions from Freddy. I mean, it's the go-to. It's the go-to. Although Battle Fury is actually been buffed, so I mean that could even have been an option. That could have even been an option.
It could have. I do like the Maelstrom build more. The number one, it gives more attack speed. It does give you that lightning procs, and then you can essentially use it as a blade mail if you want. Not a blade mail, but I mean it does do that extra damage when you put it on you. So when you get attacked, it does quite a bit of damage. But I do like it with the Basher as well. Maybe would have liked to see the Abyssal Blade first. You know, Omni Slash into straight Abyssal. These guys locked down and pretty much dead for days, and he's got that beautiful Blink Dagger, so you could just easily use it on the Sniper. But yeah, the bash is working out for him. I maybe would have gone for the Abyssal first, just for that extra lockdown. But
Rage Boss Rage Boss, so interrupt. He's going to get caught out. There comes the call, but he's going to get Jules immediately. And Leet doing a chunk of damage. I mean, Rage Boss got deleted. Like, deleted. Like, I mean, if I had to press delete on my keyboard, it's like I deleted Rage Boss. That's how quick he died.
Yeah, and he can't get away because that diffusal blade is, you know, it slowed him down quite a bit as well. I mean, yes, he got the extra armor from Call, but it's not really going to help him. They're going to help themselves to yet another shrine here.
Well, it's objective Dota plays here at the moment in the mid lane. Smack going to try and push out mid. They do actually have the goalie keeper here. Sticklish going to be defending the mid lane. The Shrapnel's going to get popped, but the side of F3 going to jump into the pit. They're going to pick themselves up that beautiful little token that lets people come alive again. And while that's happening, they're going to lose a tier 2. Here comes the instant TPs in. They're going to try and go into the bot lane. They got their Lunar Illusions. I mean, even though illusions were nerfed against buildings, still doing a chunk of damage. They lose Muzzy.
Wow.
They lose Muzzy to the illusions. Like, I mean,
look, almost the courier went down as well.
And Fatty just
half HP.
Fatty picking up himself for kill, and he's like laughing away. He's already like halfway to home. He's halfway home.
That is hilarious. I mean, they lost the SF and almost the courier and the tier 3. Wow. Okay. That's too good. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but that was surprising. I didn't expect that to happen, to be honest.
He even tried to he actually realized how much damage he was taking, force-staffed himself out. And, I mean, that looks like even a signature of death on the map that he just drew there. I mean, that was... Aghanim's like, yeah, I mean, he's got himself the butterflies. He's got himself the manta, building himself into that satanic very, very soon as well. So, I mean, Aghanim's don't count this boy out just yet. You get that open, yeah, a Rax, and that is good. That is like a Rax in seconds.
Yeah, the power of Manta, Luna plus Shadow Demon, it is pretty ridiculous, and that's why it's been such a good combo. I mean, this meta and the last meta, it's been picked up quite a bit. It's been one of those you know, must-have combos. I mean, you saw the Drow strat, you saw Shadow Demon Drow, you know, now, and Shadow Demon Luna and those type of things. So it is a strat that's, you know, been favored for the last, I would say, 6-7 months. And it's still going strong, and you can see why. It's absolutely ridiculous. But,
look at the top lane. Muzzy getting spotted out. Instant assassination. There comes the Blade Mail. He's going to actually pop BKB, and he invises straight up. He's going to try and see if he can actually fight on the back of this. There comes the swap out onto Smacker. They find him. Muzzy got to pop the Requiem right beside him. He does go down. Grave gets popped out onto Smacker. Two-man black hole. Elite looking for more. And they do lose the sniper as well. Big call coming out from Rage Boss. Finding two. They lose the Aegis. They lose the Enigma. Milky going to go down. It does get Jules up for the moment, but eventually going to go down. And is it going to be enough? He does go down. There comes the Grave out again onto the Luna. Leet trying to do some work here. Not going to be good enough. Gem on the deck. Full 5-man team up. Coming out for F3. They are down. And their cause for the side of Pulse up and ready to rock and rolls. Tubes are loaded, submarines are looking for a target, and it may just be the top lane. They do have 3 buybacks, though. They do have 3 buybacks.
Dazzle. He just made that happen for them. I mean, Aghanim dropping so low, Shallow Grave just in time, Rage Boss luckily having just enough mana to call the Juggernaut and successfully taking him down. I mean, what a beautiful fight there. Very good attempt by the side of Flipside Tactics. I thought it was actually going to go in their favor after the Black Hole landed. The Requiem went off without a hitch. Witch Doctor combo went off as well. That's just so much.
They're not even buying back though.
There's no point.
I mean, maybe wait for Muzzy to come alive and then get the buyback from the Jugger. But why not buy? Maybe they're hoping that they'll actually just back off, and they actually do.
They're just going to take 1 Rax in the Shrine. I don't think they were going to push on. I think buyback they would have been a bit wasteful. The Jug ulti's down, Requiem's down, BKB was on cooldown for him as well. It's just not worth it. They just don't have enough to do much with it. And the Black Hole is up again. He did refresh in that team fight, so he does have another Black Hole available to him. So, I mean, he's going to have 2 black holes in the next minutes again. And working his way up to that Aghanim Scepter. So, Midnight Pulse going to be applied to black hole as well when the Aghanim Scepter is up. So, it's going to be doing a fair amount of work and damage. But yeah, I mean, Sticklish did try his best. They're catching 2 very key heroes in that black hole. And just unfortunately, just didn't work out for them. I mean, They did get their combos off. I think they were just too split up. They were fighting like two team fights in the same team fight. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. There was a
They're
fight.
just-
There was a side fight, a super side fight, and then like the main fight. It was like the Mike Tyson fight. Then it was like our pro am fight, and then like little tussles on the side. So I mean, they broke it up, and then the teams that walked out the best of that was Pulse. Communication a little bit better, knowing exactly what to do, and I think the big change in that was actually the Dazzle. So the Dazzle, I mean, he keeping the Lunar alive, keeping Smacker
And
alive.
he stayed way out. He stayed
I
way
mean,
out of the fight.
he did so much for his team. But something I just want to add for those of you that are joining us, this is a very close game to what we've actually been privy to of late. Pulse, Flipside, they're going to maybe take it the whole 9 yards, and we are in a real store for tonight's Dota. I mean, generally we've seen it being very one-sided. This game,
Oh, well, last game was relatively even until a certain point, and then they just took some bad team fights. Getting caught out of position and whatnot. So I mean, Flipside did call a very early GG in game 1. So if Pulse does take this yet again, they will win the series. But they do have a quick scan to show them, and it did turn red. So they're thinking heroes are there. But Aghanim, Rage Boss, everyone's getting surrounded. Could this be a disaster? Or could this be the game changer?
There comes out the Omni Slash out on to Smacker. Immediately Grave up here onto Fatty, but Rageboss gets the call. There comes the black hole. He catches one, and they're going to be able to refresh after that. And Fatty, very low HP. Muzzy not getting the rise off just yet. Smacker going to work in the back lines. And Muzzy immediately actually gets himself invis, and now gets a decent black hole, catching 3. Is it enough to bring them down? Triple kill going for Muzzy. He's a happy chap. He ultra kill. Doppler, get your ass out of there. You're the next point of target. Milky getting the stun off Muzzy. 4-staffing himself. Give him the rampage. He gets the rampage from the game 1 where our poor, it was the Witch Doctor in the first game, stole the rampage from Aghanims. But this time around, Muzzy picking himself up the rampage in game number 2.
You can say thank you to Sticklish. I mean, his 2 black holes catching. His first black hole catching one hero, it wasn't that great, but his second black hole catching all 3 of the heroes there, absolutely beautiful.
It's the fake. It's the fake. It's the flake hole.
It's the flake hole. Yeah, but honestly, I think that fight goes to Sticklish. I mean, without those black holes, I don't think they would have won that. I mean, Sniper was doing way too much damage. Axe getting a beautiful call onto Jug before he could do much, and him being down for 90 seconds, the main carry of their team going down so early, they would have gone into their favor. Luna ulti couldn't get used. It didn't get used. That was a huge missing element of that team fight. So Sticklish getting Luna into that black hole, and then getting 3 of the last 3 heroes into his black hole. Beautiful play. I think he saved that team fight there. Yeah. He really did.
No, absolutely.
And then poor Doppler getting caught out on the sidelines, trying to stay way out of the fight so he could save people, but ended up getting caught in the end. Thanks. Muzzy gets a rampage.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what I've just noticed? Imagine if there was a line on the side of F3 Tactics and we were trying to cast this game. We'd be like, there comes the finger from the line into the black hole. And ... I mean, that would be very...
Yeah, I stand by what I said. Sticklish, champion of that team fight. Luna black hole. Didn't get her ulti off, went down fairly quickly, and then he gets 3 other heroes in the second black hole. And then he gives Muzzy a rampage. So I think Muzzy needs to buy him a 6-pack or a bottle of wine or something and say thank you.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to maybe try and push her. We got Jugga in the jungle at the moment. Rage Boss sitting on the high ground here. This is a little bit of a tricky position here now. I mean, both teams...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but then... Not only that, we had the sniper buyback. You know that? You realize?
Yeah. They were pushing mid. They were pushing mid.
But I think they just like, oh, okay, he bought back. Let's just, regroup type buy. I think they may be going to wait for the next rush and try push. It should be up fairly shortly. I think in the next 3 to 4 minutes, the next Rosh should be up, and that's going to be a cheese Rosh as well. But yeah, Sniper not having buyback for another 5 minutes could be a bit of a problem here, and it does prevent him from getting a key item up, and he does need that MKB now because Muzzy does have that butterfly, and Luna also does have the butterfly, but no one can really right click him. They're going to need to do, but Rage Boss getting a call here.
Is they going to be able to do something here on Muzzy? There's the BKB. Does go invis. Swap out by Milky, keeping him alive. But the shrapnel's down. Loosened charges are being blown. Sticklish BKB is up. A little bit hesitant there. Doesn't able to jump in. I think it actually got procced from the shrapnel. And he couldn't actually get the blink off Rage Boss. Actually spots out a big Enigma. And now Smacker going to go to work. We're going to lose the Enigma. He goes down. And pretty much a easy kill there for the side of Pulse. Picking up the Enigma, a big team fight factor.
Yeah, he has got buyback. He is up in 35 seconds anyway. I mean, he has got that minus 40 respawn time, so he's up very fast again. But it does open up the space for them maybe to get the mid-racks here.
Oh, Rage Boss finding the lead. He's going to get forced away. The Grave is going to get popped out a little bit quick there. Rage Boss is going to go down, and Leet's going to just blink away out of that. Jim was on the deck, being picked up there by Sticklish. He did actually respawn, actually taking a point in the 40.
Sticklish bought back.
Did he buy back?
With 10 seconds on his respawn time, he bought back. Was that maybe a misclick?
I don't actually see the buyback because well, let me just check if what his buyback status.
His buyback status is on cooldown.
No, it's on cooldown.
6.5
Oh,
minutes.
my word.
So he
Okay, all right.
I think that was a bit of a misclick.
Yeah, I mean, he even leveled the minus 40 respawn timer. So, I mean, that was quite detrimental. But, I mean, they saved mid lane of Rex.
Yeah, they did get the gem back from the axe because, I mean, Sticklish did lose it when he went down. And they did successfully procure the gem once again, but Rush going down here to 1337. He's going to have to watch out. Purge does come out. If they get him out here, Milky there to save his chops once again. But I do think Rush might go down to the side of Pulse. But they do have Enigma double black hole with BKB up. So maybe not the best time to rush. Maybe just get a pick off first, and pick off or two. Then we can secure the rush.
Well,
because this is a dangerous rush to take with a double black hole available. It really is.
I'm really feeling like this is the last team fight that's going to actually happen, and then we're going to see the victors.
Whoa. Now, Witch Doctor, have you seen what's in his inventory? He is about 300 gold away from a beautiful team fight item. Guess what that item is?
Aghanims. When did Aghanim leave Pulse to join F3? Oh wait, it's 300 gold away. That's what the transfer cost is until the Witch Doctor picks up his eggs. That is going to be massive. That is going to be massive.
Okay, unfortunately, he's still 5 levels away from 25, but at level 25, he gets plus 175 Death Ward attack range, so he can stay way out of the fight and just ulti for days. So, I mean, that's going to be amazing. And we have the Luna with the Aegis as well now, so, and with almost 5,000 in her inventory, so she's got buyback for days as well. Yeah, she's a pretty tanky Luna with a full eye of Skadi, Satanic, and a Manta style, plus obviously that beautiful butterfly over there. And no one on the side of Flipside have an NKB. Oh wait, sorry, I was wrong. Yep. Monkey King Bar is now sitting on the SF. It wasn't there like 3 minutes ago, so.
SF and yeah. So that's going to be that's going to be massive. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to be it. This is going to be the last fight. So, anything you want to say before? I mean, I feel the next team fight is going to be massive.
It is going to be massive. We're going to have to see what happens here. But we do, however, have that Abyssal Blade onto the Juggernaut. So if he locks down the right hero, maybe we can do something. But, those illusions being so damn annoying that Luna just, like, this reminds me of, like, you know, TI4 around there, TI5 with well, actually no, I think it's TI4 where you had the PL, you know, the the loader PL come in with illusions only and just casually take Raxes like that.
That is so cheeky.
They just stayed out of the fights and just like kept sending PL illusions to take Rax. There's nothing they could do about it. It was hilarious.
No, because as soon as you get caught with your pants down in the wrong position, you just get molested for being in the wrong place, in the wrong position, and you then go down. So, I mean, this is such a difficult predicament here for the side of F3. I mean, they're doing well. I mean, I just want to take a look at the graphs quickly. I mean, Pulse, okay, they're in the lead, 10k gold. A lot of ups and downs that we're seeing at the moment, but at the moment, Pulse in the lead. XP is almost negligible. At 15 minutes in, we're sitting at almost back to 0. I mean, this game is, wow, this is a very, very, very close game. One of the closest that I've actually been able to cast.
Yeah, I mean, we were speaking about this matchup before the time, and we both felt like these two teams are going to be relatively even. And I mean, the first game, yeah, it was even to a certain point, but this game just shows that these two teams are on pretty much the same level here, and yeah, giving each other quite a fight. I mean, like you said, you think one of these fights is going to be the last, but I'm not that sure. Because I mean, you got everyone on the side has buyback except for the Witch Doctor and the Vengeful Spirits. You got Enigma with a buyback cooldown, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he has got that Aghanim Scepter almost up as well, and Witch Doctor with the Aghanim Scepter to his name. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I think one or two people get picked off, buyback. I just don't want to see like pick off, buyback. You know, farm for 600 hours and then come back, pick off, buyback. You know, I want someone to make a move here.
Well, I feel that it's going to be one of those plays that is going to actually be the fight that broke the camel's back, and it's going to go down to this last fight. I mean, they've already pushed in. They've already taken the top tier, the top lane of Rex. They've taken the range Rex mid. And, I mean, things are looking pretty good for Pulse. I mean, they've got nothing to rush here at the moment. They've got the tools at their disposal to actually sit back and, like, siege it out. They stick Smacker, Rage Boss, and in the bot lane, push out bot. And then you send Fatty, the Shadow Demon, and Aghanims in the mid lane. All you're doing is hunkering down the side of F3. And it's going to be so difficult for them to push out or make a move, because as soon as you do, I mean, Aghanims is going to be able to Rex that mid lane.
Yeah, I
easy
completely
peasy.
agree with you. But the thing is, they do have cheese on the Axe. They've got Aegis on the Luna, so they might as well try force a fight here. I mean, they've all got buybacks as well. So if it all goes horribly wrong, they could just buy back. But I think they do need to make something happen before Aegis expires. But I'm liking this strat, but it's also pretty disgusting, sending all these Luna illusions to take the Raxes down. But what is pretty significant is that the melee barracks is still there, so it can regen up.
Rage Boss finding out Muzzy. He gets the assassinate off. BKB's up after the fact and is going to get healed up by the healing ward. And Muzzy must be kicking himself. I mean, he was out. He was out. While that's all happening, they...
That's BKB down. That's huge. That is huge.
And while that's all happening, I mean, Aghanims was pushing out bottom lane. I mean, look at the chip damage on the tier 3. I mean, ooh, this is... Yeah.
But I also think that's a bit of damage from before when we had Muzzy and almost the courier die from Luna Moonglaive. You know, that funny little pick off there. But yeah, having his BKB down now for another 30 seconds plus healing ward is going to be down for a while. So
they've lost Aegis now.
That's unfortunate. See, they took a bit too long, but Smacker getting in a bit of trouble here. Rage Boss with a huge call.
One man black hole catching up. Mr. Rage Boss, he's done. The refresh has been popped out. And the rest of the side of a little bit of an awkward position here for F3. Snacker trying to find out the Witch Doctor. Well, there comes the Blade Fury out from the Jugger. Smacker not going to be able to follow that up as Leet actually just blinks onto the higher ground. There comes the BKB. And Sticklish black-holing nothing. But Rage Boss gets the call off. Sticklish goes down. Omni Slash not going to bring down anyone in the backlines. Gem is on the deck. Requiem not going to catch anyone. But there comes Ragebot's going to get abyssaled out. Fatty goes down as well. And it looks like F3 managed to hold on, even with a little bit of a whiff from Sticklish, managing to keep their heads.
It's a pretty significant pick-off. Okay, well, Doppler is just going to go down to a few right clicks. But that's a dieback for the Axe. That's in the interim, we have Panda now having to TP back because the tier 4 is almost going down to creeps here. Yeah, it looks like Dazzle is buying back, but it's quite big. I mean, the Axe is now down for 82 seconds, and he has no time to get back. Luna ulti is still up, however.
Lead gets the blink, Abyssal onto Smacker. Smacker goes down. All of a sudden, Pulse in a little bit of a predicament. Bar back on the sniper. They're going to take down the mid lane of Rex. And Smacker trying to right-click away, breaking the blink opportunity here for the Jugger. Glyph is going to be used out.
Look at
And
Aghanim.
Aghanim's pushing out bot lanes, gets the one lane of Rax, decides to actually haul us out. Sticklish trying to defend that out, and they are sitting two Rexes away, one range, one melee.
That is beautiful. Beautiful play by Aghanim. I'm sorry. He forced the whole team back. Yes, they had to buy back the sniper and the dazzle, but he forced the entire team back, stopped the push there into the mid, and then secured himself the melee barracks, the barracks that actually regen, so that ranged Rax is going to stay at that HP. Beautiful play coming out from Aghanim. It really, that was really good.
What does he get next? I mean, he's got a chunk of gold in his pockets. He's got like 7k. I mean, you build. What do you build into?
What's his buyback like? His buyback.
He's got 7-2
2
in surplus.
He's got 5,200 gold in surplus. Yeah. So he can spend 2,000 gold without having to worry. I mean,
he can spend 5,200.
Yeah, he can spend 5,200.
Yeah.
What do you get here? It's like you get Moonshard into maybe an MKB.
I think actually MKB. I think MKB is really good.
MKB is good, especially since you've also got a butterfly on.
But it looks like he's getting AC. It looks like he's actually going to get it.
AC is also a really good choice. It gives him extra armor, plus it gives his team, it's a nice team item, plus it gives him extra armor and attack speed as well. So, yeah, I think it is a good choice. I think for a team item is good, because there's no way Rage Boss is going to be able to build up that AC. He's not farming too well. He hasn't got much of it to his name, and he doesn't have buyback, so he certainly cannot start building a AC. I mean, he's going to have to save for buyback again, but regardless of that, it's on cooldown for another 4 minutes anyway. But Rush, the big bad man, is up again, and it does look like it's going to be secured by the side of Pulse. I mean,
looks like they're setting up for it.
Yeah, they are definitely setting up for it, but Flipside does have double black hole up again, so this could be a disaster. But it also could not be a disaster. We'll have to see what happens here. But yeah, I think maybe send a solo hero into Rush. Not your whole team. Maybe get the team to split push while the Luna maybe takes. They do scout to the Jug illusion there, the Rush. So they do know that it's up. So I mean, it is dangerous. It's dangerous for either team to get caught out here at the moment.
Well, both teams do know that Rush is up. So this is an opportunity here. Whichever team jumps into the Rush, but they may actually just surrender it and actually push one of the lanes. I mean, if you've got F3 jumping into the pit, do you as Pulse say, all right, take the Aegis, we're going to push down your Rax, and now you guys have to defend against Megas? Do you do that, or do you rather say, right, we're going to contest Rush, and then we take a team fight there, and then the winner of that team fight then can go ahead and then just win the game?
Do you know what? I think I would send four players to Rush, and have Aghanim go and just casually Rax while the whole of Flipside is distracted at Rush. Because I mean, they've got no glyph available. It's on cooldown for a minute now, the glyph for the side of the Dire. So I would probably just smoke up if I was Aghanim, and go take the Rax. Go take another lane of Rax. There's only, she takes towers so goddamn fast. But it does look like there's a huge engagement here onto Rage Boss.
Sticklish, she finds the black hole onto Rage Boss. Gonna be one, trying to right click away, but that blade mail doing a chunk of damage. Sticklish does go down to Smacker in the backlines. Muzzy right clicking away the illusions. Rage Boss getting the blink off, and now we've got Leet going down to the Luna. And while that happens, Doppler trying to survive. He does. Aghanim picking up the kill on Panda. And now 3 down for the side of F3. No losses for the side of Pulse. I mean, they got back on the Jugger. Muzzy, he's just defending our bot. Got very low HP.
Sticklish's buyback is on cooldown for another 105 seconds as well. And he's still got one more black hole available to him. But even if he did have buyback, he still doesn't have enough gold for it. And this is easy Rush. Cheese and Aegis dropped here. Ooh, Aegis not put onto Smacker, and Cheese on Rage Boss yet again. I think this is game, guys.
Yeah, this is it. And if this is it, Pulse will take game number 2. We do get the buyback from the Jugger. There comes the siege once again. So let's hold on to our hats, hold on to our drinks. If our girlfriends are nearby, grab onto their hands, because this is probably what a making of a horror movie looks like. Look at those illusions.
Yeah.
Look at they can't do anything against that. There comes shrapnel. The shrapnel wears out, and let the siege begin, baby. Sending in some more lunar illusions. They've got the midnight pulse. It actually just times out. Leet they're actually using spells to actually destroy those illusions. I
But
mean,
it's
this
actually
is...
ridiculous how far the range. I mean, it bounces onto the melee barracks, to the shrine, and then right onto the tier 4s as well.
Yeah, that's...
It's
I mean,
the
okay.
range.
They just keep burning away. They can hit from afar. This is really tough. So it looks like it's going to be a siege for the moment. So for those of you that are joining us on stream, do subscribe. We've got a huge game for you guys tomorrow. Going to be WRG versus APG. We are excited for that. Both undisputed. No losses in the Master Series yet. So it's going to be a big game. I know you and we have been waiting for this game.
The boys that make us wait. It was supposed to happen on the 14th, and they made us wait all the way till tomorrow, to the 20th. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna spell the end of a dominating streak for one of these teams. Yeah. I mean, both these teams have not dropped a single game, but
there we go. Rape Josh jumping in. Sticklish whiffing the black hole. TP getting cancelled. Instant save out there from Shadow Demon, but Sticklish catching out the Luna now. But it's going to get graved up. Not going to do no damage. He's got the Satanic doing some work. And eventually Smacker going down. Gem on the deck. We do lose Muzzy. We do lose the Vengeful Spirit. Buybacks immediately coming out. TPing in. They're trying to find Leet. But they're actually going to just give up the search. And there comes out the Assassination. So now buybacks available for all. And only the Witch Doctor is going to have to watch their team and try and defend this. As they trying to jump on. Rage Boss jumping in, pops the cheese, and Muzzy almost going down, staying alive. Smacker trying to right click away. Another grave coming out, saving out Fatty, but Smacker pops out the Hurricane Bike, creating that distance between him and the Jugger, and going to be able to work away. So losing the Luna.
Muzzy died back. He ticked down to Fady's poison damage. He got demonic purged and a few little shadow poisons. He ticked down.
So he actually still went down at the back of it. And while that all went, they lost bottom lane of Rex as well.
Yep.
So there's one melee barracks with 600 HP that stands in the way of Megas.
Do you know, if they have one good team fight, they could barrel down mid and take those towers. They
no, absolutely. This is like team fight now.
Oh, what a bad game for him. What does he miss now? 4 black holes?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, luckily he's got a refresher. Luckily.
So you buy a refresher in case you whiff the one.
But, I mean, the one really... he did it onto illusions. That was a bit unfortunate. But you're missing a black hole by an absolute margin and people were TPing away. They weren't even moving. Did he get fogged or something? It's just maybe he underestimated how far he could blink.
It's BMT, big match temperament. I mean, so much is on the line. So much is on the line. This is...
I feel so sorry for him. Like, it's just been a bad game. I mean, he went for an excellent start. And, Venge casually picking up the gem. He's like, look, a gem.
Gem still, yeah. But casually... Here comes the illusions casually being brought in. They're going to waste everything on those 2 illusions. And another 2 illusions going to bring down that Rex once again, sitting at 660 at the moment. That is the point of contention. Midnight Pulse on the ground. It's tanky and it regens, we know. But I mean, it seems that Pulse has got all the time in the world to just sit back, send in those lunar illusions, and cause a problem here for the side of Flipside.
Oh. My word. I can't believe this bloody game. Wow.
I mean, another one of those, and that Rex is taken.
Now, all they need is one good team fight, and they can barrel down mid. But then again, you've got sniper buyback, Luna buyback, axe buyback. So they're gonna have to have 2 really good team fights to win this game. It's hard. It's not impossible, but it is going to be hard. And Sticklish needs to land those black holes. I can't stress that enough. It needs to be on point.
Well, I mean, guys, we've got nothing else to do. We're just going to watch Aghanim and Fatty send in illusions all night long. I mean, if it comes to this point, maybe it's time to actually build Necro Comic-Cons and actually send those little bad boys in. There comes the Assassinate, just to maybe lower Milky's HP. They may be able to actually pick it up this time. 100 HP left on that Rex. Maybe F3 just have to say, right, we've got to do something here.
No, the one was gimmicked.
They've been doing it majority of the time, but they've got that sentry.
double catapult as well. I mean, geez, how much would you want to throw at this poor melee barracks? What did it ever do to you guys? It's a shame. But yet again, we've got one Glimmer Capes, and okay, not even a chance. They just got bashed, completely bashed. But yeah, Luna Mancer on cooldown every 45 seconds, and obviously the demonic disruption on cooldown every 11 to 12 seconds. So they can just keep sending these creeps in.
And while that's all happening, they're killing the buildings in the background even.
Yeah, they really are. They've taken down a shrine or two with it. But yeah, that melee barracks, if it wasn't for the regen, it regens so fast. But they might actually be able to take it down here. Are they? Yes!
They do. Megas are done. And now it's up to F3 to try and defend against Megas. Pulse back off. They know that they've won this little battle. And now it's up to F3 to actually respond on what they want to do. They can pretty much hold. I mean, Pulse, they're in a pretty good position.
Muzzy.
But can F3 hold on to these Megas? Or defend against these Megas?
They got pretty good creep clear. I mean, the Jug's hitting like an absolute truck. He's oh no, kidding.
No, but so is Smacker. Smacker's smacking like a smacker.
Beautiful choice of words.
That Rage Boss picks up Sticklish. There comes out the defensive swap. Now Rage Boss gets Black Hole out. Good Black Hole coming in, but being graved out there from the Dazzle. There comes out that second Black Hole. Going to actually get the kill onto Aghanims. And Axe, he's going to be surviving on the backlines. Very low HP.
And we can say thank you to Doppler for that. Shadow Graving and healing him up nicely. Unfortunately, not there to save Luna with the second Black Hole. But 2 Black Holes now expended. Buy back onto the Jug. You know, it's still a good trade for them. Yes, they lost 2 heroes, but I mean, they forced out a buyback. They forced out 2 Black Holes. So they can just go ahead and push again. I mean, I don't think Luna is going to buy back here just to go push, but I mean, I think they might wait for the next rush. I mean, what's the timing on that now?
Did you guys just see that?
The rapier.
Muzzy just bought the rapier.
Oh,
it's time to rape people. Okay, this is the point of the game where it has to actually get to this point, just so they can actually creep clear.
I don't like this.
I mean,
I think it's a mistake. And they've been dealing with Muzzy very quickly. And to be fair, his positioning in this game hasn't been that great. He's been picked off a lot, so I don't think it's the smartest choice here. I don't know. I think he should have gone for something maybe like a Satanic into Moonshard, that type of thing, not a rapier.
All right,
Definitely not a rapier. I don't know. Like, look how far forward he is with the rapier. I mean, if he's got no vision on the map right now, no wards. They could easily just blink onto him and kill him right now with a rapier. Like, this positioning is not great, and he hasn't even got buyback.
Well, he's got his compadre Milky in the sidelines. They probably have actually scouted out that Muzzy does actually have the Divine, so they've got to be a little bit careful. I mean, if Muzzy does get on top of them, it could be a little bit of a problem for them. But if they pick up the Divine, if the Luna or the Sniper actually gets the Divine, then it could be a bit of a problem here, actually.
And now he's got buyback, but he's still going to lose the rapier. I feel like this was a mistake.
Well, they're pushing down mid. They're being aggressive. Rage Boss. I mean, look at Rage Boss. He's sitting in the top lane here, so he's going to try and do some backdooring of his own. Mid lane, though, F3, they know they're going to make a play here. They can't afford to TP anyone. And Leet can't even afford to go in those Rexes. He actually needs to push in. Rage Boss pushing in here in the top lane. Aghanim picking up the kill on Muzzy. The Divine's on the deck. Black Hole, good. Smacker is taking a chunk of damage, but Sticklish goes down eventually. And now Leet right-clicking away. We've got Axe that TP's back. Sticklish buybacks to save out there. Rage Boss picking up the kill onto Panda. Rage Boss getting his ass out of there. Bunch of buybacks happening at the moment.
And Luna Rapier.
And
what did I say?
Luna the Rapier.
Mistake. And Dire's Ancients under attack. But I must say that buyback from Rage Boss, absolutely exceptional. Blinking onto the Witch Doctor.
Not even good enough.
No,
not even good enough. Pulse not even have to be around. So GG, well played to the side of Pulse. Before we get the breakdown, I know you guys are going to run away. So once again, don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the WRG APG game starting at 8 o'clock. There will be a lot of advertising on the various Facebook groups. If not, like my YouTube page. I'll be bringing it to you once again on my channel. But yeah, we hope to see you guys for the WRG APG game. But we back to this game. I mean, Pulse, I mean, like, they brought it out of the hat once again.
It's such a sad game.
I mean, Pulse, I felt that F3, like, they had the makings of it.
I just think, like, one, Muzzy's positioning wasn't great, like, some of the game. The black holes missing was very unfortunate. You know, they're dealing with the Aghanim lunar illusions. It was, yeah, it's just, things just didn't go their way. I think if they comboed up a bit better, you know, they might have been able to do something. But Rage Boss there to pretty much cancel out the Witch Doctor ulti almost every time. I mean, you saw in the last fight, I mean, he blinked and cancelled out Witch Doctor ulti, even though he's all the way at the back of the fight there. But yeah, it was just, for me, it was just unfortunate for them. I mean, obviously, like, feeding Rapier, Luna, okay, GG.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the Rapier is a good option. I think they could have still defended a bit more and maybe landed massive black hole into Witch Doctor ulti, you know, and then they could have barreled down mid and they could have maybe taken the game. It was still winnable. It was good, obviously hard to win, but it was still winnable.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
It's speechless. It's super unfortunate. So it looks like Pulse is going to be able to snack themselves up a beautiful little series. I mean, something that was surely needed for themselves. I mean, F3 would have also loved to have got themselves a kill. It just so happened that Pulse tonight was the better team and was actually able to get themselves a win. Took game 1, took game 2. F3 just not having the synergy that you would want to have from this level of league, I would say, and not being able to bring the bacon home for the ladies.
Yeah, well, it's a bit unfortunate. Someone has to lose, and tonight Pulse Gaming won, and the stats stand at the moment. I mean, we've got Pulse with a 2-2. So we've got them losing 2 games and winning 2 games this far. Flipside now losing 3 games and winning 1. So this is, well, in the 4th round, up to the 4th round. So yeah, we'll have to see how they do in the 5th. But by far, this was, I mean, in the Master Series so far, we've seen very much one-sided plays. You know, we haven't really seen the very even games in the Masters rounds. And I think this is one of maybe 2 games in the Master Series that I've seen so far that have been relatively even.
Yeah.
So it was a good game. It was an exciting game, and it was nice to see that it wasn't so one-sided for a change. But like tomorrow night, I think we're going to see a relatively even game as well. As both APG and WRG are beautiful, excellent teams, and you know my thoughts on it. You already know my thoughts on it.
I know.
I would like.
I know. It's like 50 shades. It's like 50 Shades of Greys. 50 Shade of Greys. You don't even want to know what's going through her head at the moment.
I would like to see an APG win. I mean, WRG now, they've had their spotlight. You know, let's get someone else on top at the moment. And I think APG have done a lot of work in the last year or so, and I think they deserve a win or 2. So, yeah. But I love the boys on both sides. So good luck to you guys.
Yep.
Both of you.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up the cast this evening. Once again, you're on. We brought this game to you by Jubba and Succubus. We hope that you enjoyed it. For those of you that joined in, thank you very much. Do like and subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with casts that are coming up on our local SA scene. But otherwise, we wish you guys a great Sunday evening, a good Monday, a great Tuesday, and an awesome week. From myself, Jubba and Succubus, we wish you a very, very pleasant evening. Good night and God bless.
Bye-bye.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies have tried every possibility. Ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. Cause I can fly.